Word says. So try to keep it to the Word in here. That's what we do here at High Desert Truth. Make sure we're not perverting words. Being a trans, no trans in here, no transgender Jesus. So thank you, Father, for birthing the flesh without breast. So thank you for all things, for good and bad. You create all things, good and evil. So the negation of the corporation, soon to be the end of America. So what would it be after? What would you do America when it becomes a new country? Or is it just going to keep going at the rate where it's printing $1 trillion every 100 days? That's not sustainable. So America's already over. You put a fork in her, she's done. She's done. So the end of America as we know it, right? It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel so. Thank you, Father, for the discernment to see this all unfold. The destruction of America is a controlled demolition. The infrastructure is crumbling. Spend all our money overseas. You got poor people being kidnapped off the streets without the right to due process. Put in concentration camps, work camps. Pretty much. It's going to get a lot worse. Wherever it gets better, for sure. Because they're going by the script, and that's what it says. Christ is suffering, tribulation, long suffering. Peace is Satanist. So peace is Satanist. Christ is suffering. The gospel is suffering. Peace is Antichrist. He said, do not think I came to bring peace. I came to bring a sword of division. That's Shiloh. The one who has the crown. Is the scepter. High priest of the church. So Judah, he was the lion from the tribe of Judah. He sprang out of Judah. Leo in the celestial firmament. The scepter shall not depart from Judah until Shiloh returns. So that's the great and dreadful day of the Lord. The seventh trump, the final shofar, the final ram's horn, the final trump. Not Donald. Who did you vote for there, Just Avery? Because if you voted, you're a piece of shit. Get out of here. I wouldn't vote for any PDF file or the other PDF file. They're all PDF files, remember? Voted for the lesser two evil, you're just as evil. You're a sold out. Yep. You've been frontal lobotomized. Donkey or the elephant. Don't matter. They're all related to the queen. So vote for your own enslavement, you little slave. Vote for your own overlord. You need a master. Government needs mind control. You've been hit with the mind control. Got hit with the mind control. Too many fallacies. What's the reality? People be sleeping. People got sheep paralysis. Like your vote counts. Did you get a vote on those B-2 bombers in Iran? How about strapping and tucking kids in the United States? $500 million. Did you get a vote on that? These people are lost in space balls, I think it is. Space balls. Too much movie, too much television. I think their vote counts. You ever heard of the Electoral College? It's called a selection. Warp Speed was campaign funded by the Fortune 500 companies. This is a corporation, not a country, so why the hell would you even vote? Got hit with the mind control. Government, mental, government control, mind controlled. See, already front of a lot of lobotomy. You vote for the Democrat or the Republican. It's like voting for a Christian or a Catholic or a Protestant. They're all Satanists. So no matter. Satanists. Satan means the adversary. If you add a single letter, that is an adversary. It's actually called perverted. You've perverted his word, and he is the word. Alien is a word. Aliens is 2 words. Aliens. Alien. But your opinion? Get the hell out of here, child. I don't have an opinion. I have fact, as a matter of fact. Opinions are like assholes. You can take your 2 cheeks to the same hole. Out of here. 2 wings to the same dragon. You already asked if I voted. You're an idiot. You've been frontal lobotomized. Get out of here. Hegelian dialect. Problem, reaction, solution. Think we figured out where the solution is, huh? Get him up against the wall. There's one in the spotlight. He don't look right. Get him up against the wall. All right, Mr. Warp Speed signs executive orders that the federal agents can just pull you over and ask for your passport. Who in the hell has a passport in this country? Oh, papers! Papers! Pretty swastika Nazi Germany going on here, huh? No right of due process being. Nope. Just illegally kidnapping people off the streets. Don't get me started on kidnapping. But no due process. Yeah, your dog and wallet is attached to a chain. Okay, you're stuck on dumb. Look at you. Stuck on dumb. He numbers. Don't repeat myself. You don't need to repeat yourself. You can say it once. What are you trying to declare 2 witnesses? I'm stuck on dumb. I mean, let me. If your dog and your wallet are attached to a chain, right? How about this? If you find you're still staring at an orange juice bottle because it says concentrate. Listen here, OJ. Get this idiot out of here. He's stuck on dumb already. It's like, dum, da, dum, dum, dum. He could say it once, but he already said it twice. Now get him out of here. Get him up against the wall. Tank. It's not a tank. Nope. Deadline. No mas. So, you ready for tanks on the streets of America? Maybe then you'll do something about it. Yeah, we see you. Look at all these dipshits in here. Boy, they sent us a bunch of shit bags, huh? Wow, they just keep coming in droves, eh? It's all right. Waves of crap. Shit storm. We got a shit storm coming, Ricky. Oh, these people. All right, so the Degradation in America, their society where the computer checks to make sure he's human. The president's a PDF file decorates his house with Satan. The PDF file and the prior PDF file. We already knew he was a PDF file. Remember, you knew I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden in. So, old hollow needle. So, look at these people. This is your country, America. This is your country. These people are American citizens. Guarantee you get their IP address. You can show up with their house with 5 guys in a minivan or van and tint the windows and just disappear them, go take them and booze board them. Somebody said waterboarding is illegal, so we'll just booze board them, right? No, somebody could do that too because they're idiots. Guarantee you they're going to fall for the nonsense. Like America that makes no sense. Not even a single penny. Look, they won't even let this person's message be shown. They're so vile and vain, disgusting. America, disgusting nation, pig nation, swine, much of the low energy. I have a First Amendment right to speak up. As a veteran, I'm offended. Defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We got domestic enemies on the homeland. What's the difference between a domestic enemy and a domestic terrorist? Probably don't know the difference, do you? Nah. All right, let's get these idiots out of here. Children, it's an adult-only stream. Get out of here, children. Go away from me. Go grow up sometime. Go live or something. Go away from me. I don't hang around swine. Never pig shit. Look at this guy in here just dropping bombs. Say anything. You can say anything, but this is what they're currently, full of it, full of shit. Just that's all they just keep spewing out. The violent diarrhea. How about that? How about anal syrup? Here, boy, look at this. Just keeps leaking out his backside. You've been trading lightsabers in people's ice holes, haven't you? He's got it coming out all over us. Anyways, that's America. It's a vile nation, vain. It's worthless, not good. I mean, that's the beautiful land itself, but the people don't care about anything. The infrastructure's gone. The people of law. You go to other countries and neighborhoods are vibrant and children are on iPhones, and if that's what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? On iPhones and stuff, you can put a fork in American neighborhoods. They're done. There's nothing. They're zombie. America's a zombie nation, a zombie bank. It's bankrupt. They're just keeping it up with the money printers, the banksters. Give a man a gun, he'll rob a bank. Give a man a bank, and he'll rob the world. So we got a bankster as the selected, campaign funded by the Fortune 500 countries, put in the selected pretendant, right? President 11, 4 plus 7 is 11, right? Want to go back in time? 4 plus 9 is 5. No, 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 7 is 11. President 9/11. Are you that bad at math? I know these people they're mathican Americans. They run away when I start talking math. They're like, oh my goodness, I got to get a calculator. It don't add up like America. That makes no sense. Well, no, not only that, but they're dead, Alex. You go to even just Mexico, on a border nation, and it's bustling. The children are out running around. There's loud music till 3 a.m. in the morning. People are siesta, partying. Hey, everything's moving. America's like a big zombie nation. All of the neighborhoods, hardly any nation in America can go. It ain't like the 80s. That's what it's like in other countries, though. Everybody thinks in America, because they have that American attitude. They've never been out of the country. They think everything's right here. Although this country does consume 40% of the rock's resources every year, decade after decade here now. But welcome to New Mystery Babylon, huh? That sounds awful, finest. No, that's not what he said. Jesus saves. He didn't say I'm the way and the truth and the life. He didn't say that. I have the text right here. That's not. He said way is the word hados. There's no such Jesus things and saves. Jesus doesn't save. You have to die to be saved. You're an idiot and a Satanist. You know that? You're the other Jesus. Most people go to hell. So when you go out in the world, you got to remember, you got people just like this idiot asshole right here who's going to try to shove some other Jesus on you. Remember, there's another Jesus, right? Let's see if he even knows what he's talking about. Right, there's two Jesus, right? Jesus saves. There's two Jesuses, right? Jesus saves. There's two Jesus, right? Just to let you know, guys, you got to die to be saved. So with this guy's, I'm sure he's an idiot. I don't care who it is. They speak and whatever, mirrors all the same wonders performing. They act like, but they don't have any actual aletheia. Hados aletheia. That's truth. He's speaking out of the book. I have the books right here, the 12th century book. He's speaking in a translated book. Probably goes after a transgender Jesus. Speak up, Jesus. Come on. It's called being put in the fire. Reproofed, refined. Iron sharpens iron. Shut up. Don't want to hear it then, huh? Did you just be quiet? With your transgender cracker Jesus, your Baphomet orgy Jesus. Your Jesus has got breasts, you know that? So I can already tell by the idiocracy of their dialect, their gloss. It's alien. Alien is a word. Aliens is 2 words. They probably think they're spinning on a planet. No respect my point trying to get out across, and here I pass all the time. I always define every word one at a time. We just define the words. It's a channel where we just make sure the words, what the hell you're talking about. Hell is not a place below your feet. So you have to define the words that you're speaking here. And people get a little offended, but that's okay because they're idiots. That means they don't know what they're talking about. They never seen it or heard it. This word idiotas, ignoramus. Ignorant, you don't know. Never seen it, heard it in your entire life. So people like to translate everything that comes out of their faces. Translation. So we're just trying to keep it to the word. He is the word. Alien's the word. Remember Hokadesh, that's the word. He spoke all this into existence, right? Hokadesh, spirit, ghost. There's no such thing as ghost. That's the word Hokadesh. He is the word. Alien's a word. You call my father an alien, I'm going to be pretty offended. I don't think he's going to offend very well when he returns. If you call him an alien, Aliens don't exist in a flesh, space, or place or being. It's a word. But people like to fall for it, like God's in the sky. Fallen angels don't come from the sky. That's not what fallen means. Heaven's not above your head. Hell's not below your feet. Earth's not below your feet. All these people, you're not spinning on a planet. There's no such thing as planet. So it's okay. They speak like some other Jesus, like Paul said. If you add one single jot, that's the other Jesus. Don't worry about it. Or the other gospel, remember? He said that's perverted. So if you want to act like a pervert, we'll throw you out here. No perverts, no PDF files. The president is a PDF file. He went to EpiPen Island. He's an island boy. Remember, he said, I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. So 2 cheeks to the same hole, 2 wings to the same dragon. So we point out the obvious, but people couldn't, like the nose on their face, you couldn't see it unless they actually look down at it. But it's right there. What do you know? Like, despite the nose on your face. So no perverts in here. Yep. Remember, I'm an island boy, EpiPen Island boy. So, all right. He decorates his house with Satan. You got to be a complete idiot. So, yeah, I get it. I was just wanted to ask, what's so wrong with asking? What the hell is this person? What's so wrong with asking? I don't know. That's some Aussie, huh? Mr. Crowley. Dun, 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 dun. What they done in your head? All right. Mr. Salami. I don't eat pork. Never mind. I didn't say salami. So. But I don't sup with vipers or cast my pearls. Pearls my treasure. Christ my treasure. He tells me not to spread this. Show them to the narrow way. And if they're a goat, don't worry about it. Can't turn goats into sheep. Most people are evil. Just go up every morning when you all get all sad. You get up and tell yourself, hey, wait a minute. I'm top of the day here. Okay. Now, wait. Everybody's evil. Everybody I talk to today is evil. Because God, Father, the Most High, I am. He created most people to be evil because they enter through the wide gate. Most people go to the, Kill Bill, wide pizza gate. Oh, no, it's the wide gate. Okay. But Broadway, the Kill Bill, Broadway, pizza gate, wide pizza gate. Oh, okay. The Broadway, it's the gate that leads to hell. No knowledge. That's what hell is. And that's where most people go to. That's where most people are already at. It's called no bis, no busos, no bathos. Abyss, abatos, abusos. That's the word hell. Hell's not below your feet. Hell is the word knowledge. No knowledge. That's all it is. Not anything else. You make it anything else, you're a demon. A demon is a distributor of fortunes, a liar. A demon is a liar. So that likes to distribute fortunes. No such thing as fortunes. No such thing as free will. No such thing as luck. We're living it at this point. No, I'm not living in it. You are. Get the hell out of here. I'm not living in the abyss. The abyss is no knowledge. I got abyss aplenty. Bountiful. He said, don't hide that light in a basket. That's him, the Father. Put that light at the top of your house and let it shine. I'm not living in hell. You're an idiot. You go back. You are. Most people are already living in hell because they're vessels of wrath fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. Goats. Is there chosen? Sheep, lambs, vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. Remember, from the foundation of the world. That's the Greek word prognosko. That means to have foreknowledge of. So it's already written. He created all things. So slow down. Oh, you slow down. What advice, a lesson could you say for a skeptic who wants to? A skeptic who to know Christ. Well, don't worry about it. Asked. Father said, if I didn't call out to the hearts to seek after me, not one would. So you're not going to come to Father. Nobody's coming to Father. Nobody's doing it. He's doing it. He's pulling his bride to him. And his bride is about this many people, and everybody else is evil and goes to hell. So that's the way the word's written. If you start thinking about that, the word might make a little more sense for you. So most people go to hell. That's what the book says. If you get up every day and you go, everybody I know is evil, it might book start making a little more sense. Remember, book means Bible, and it's never written on paper. It's written on stone. But people are smoking. I don't know what they're smoking. Remember, rolled tablets, not iPhones or Apple but stone, pounded out on the rock. I don't know what they're smoking. I told you they're drug pushers. Most people, they just wanted to make you do drugs. Oh, something's wrong with you. Do drugs or just do drugs. Like the number one drug dealer on this rock, Donald John Trump, $2.2 trillion drug dealer. Why should you care about the book? You're an idiot. Why should you care about the book? See, most people are evil. There's one right there. I'll start pointing out everybody's evil. Probably all of you you're evil. Hey, I might be evil too by the number. There's many people that are good that he calls out in his book, The Wedding Feast of the Lambs. There's 3 books. Why should you care a book? Don't worry, you'll pass through all people pass through the book of Judges, and everybody else is evil. Outstanding, Drifter. Rancho Mojave, good to hear you. I really would get the hell out of California, but hey, I grew up in the desert. I'm in the desert now, and I like the desert. So Mojave Desert is outstanding. Love the Mojave Desert. Just make sure you're away from people, please. Population density be the #1 killer. Unprepared people. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. LPP, lack of prior planning does not constitute an emergency on my part. Soldier, move out, draw fire. As you work, carry on. Up, out, face. All I want to see is elbows and assholes. Why are you still standing here taking up my oxygen? What are you doing? All I want to say, move out, carry on, as you work. The pale horse, uh-oh. That's the green horse. That's not there. We're not there. Slow, whoa, Tonto, Wilbur. We're still on the right or the red horse of Revelation. Don't ask for that one yet. We still have to see judgments, the scales. I apologize. I have to have change. So I'm going to have change here pretty soon. Not like hope and change. Like, in that way you slam the opium and drinking the Kool-Aid. Mr. Barry, how'd that work out for you? $10 trillion, man. 8 years. And then Mr. Warp Speed came in and he spent, 8.8? Boy, he spent the hell out. Made Barry look like he couldn't, hold a candle to the inflation creation machine. His bankster buddies, remember? They're all on the same team. 2 cheeks to the same hole, 2 wings to the same dragon. So, do you sleep? No, he said the enemy came and sowed seeds while you're sleeping. Remember, the word broadcast means to sow seeds. So, don't go to sleep. Ever. Don't go to sleep. Never get out of the boat. Oh, be anchored in faith. Do I sleep? What kind of question is that? Do you do drugs? Do you smoke crack? Do you act like everything's okay? Because it's not. The president is a PDF file. They're all PDF files. Most people are evil. Stop acting like everybody's nice. The word nice means stupid. They are nice and stupid, aren't they? Oh, don't worry. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping no more. It really ain't worth my time. Squash it all. I kicked on back. I wrote you all the rhyme. So anyways, no, 2 ways. Broad is the way that leads to the wide gate, and most people go to hell. So that's what the word says. Ryan fought it in here. Ryan fought it in here. He's got more hang time than Michael Jordan. That shit stinks. Why are you still hanging around here? Get out of here. All right, so we're just showing you the degradation. That person, Ryan, is probably from America. Losers in America, they're lost in space. So, her behavior is very defensive. It makes me not trust you. Well, go fuck yourself. I don't care. Don't trust me. Trust the science. Get a jab. Get a Vex. Just do it. You'll be fine. Be Nike. Just do it. Trust. I don't care. Kick rocks. You think I'm here to make friends with the world? I'm not here to make friends with the world. You're an idiot. When you want to be nice, that means to be stupid. We'll talk about things that really matter in here, not your little silly reindeer games. Most people are evil. Most people go to hell. Get up every day and go, hey, you know what? Everybody I meet today is evil. It's probably you too. There's just a little bit. God only allows this a little bit. Is only gas. Just stop changing the words. That means you're perverted. Stop being perverted. Don't go some other, don't come in here. Go somewhere else and stick your little American Pie, your little band camp, whatever you do, your spinning ball, planet worship, whatever. You guys are idiots. Stop adding to the word. You don't know what you're talking about. He is the word. Alien is a word. It's not a species. It's not a being. And now you're going to tell me an alien's alive? Well, I don't think Father would be very happy about that. Father doesn't exist in flesh. He had to birth a flesh vessel through the amniotic fluid, through the birth canal, as you're birthed into your law, your land, air, and water merchant law, that you're a corporate debt slave. I don't do none of that, so I don't have to agree with you. Remember, defend this country against all enemies, domestic, right? Foreign and domestic. We have domestic enemies on the homeland. It's called like 99% of the Americans, 99% of Israelis, 99% of Pakistan. Most people go to hell. Grow the hell up. Hell's not below your feet. Hell's no knowledge. That's the word. That's what it is. He said, Revelation 3:11, I come quickly, because she said, don't go to sleep. He said, let no one take your crown. So, are you sleeping? I think you're sleeping on the word. You got to know what the word means. Meaning, aletheia, truth. You leave the definition, you leave the truth. So don't speak any words here that aren't the truth. I'll throw you out of here. I don't sup with swine. Israelis are God's people? You mean the ones in the middle of the desert that are bombing the fuck out of other people? No, those are swine nation. The best thing that happened to this whole world right now is if America and Israeli were just gone. Don't worry, the Deagle Maps makes 200 plus a million Americans gone in the next 3 months. No birthday next year. Check up the Deagle Maps. Not me. I didn't write them. That was been since 2017. You've been sleeping on the job. So look at all these European nations, actually, you know, Christian or whatever. I know how they're going to do it. I already told you on this channel. I'm not stupid. I got the playbook. It's called the script. Cheers. Yeah, the 12th century book that was canonized to make sure you define every word. So, who are the 1%? Well, that would be Donald Trump, Kill Bill White Gates, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, Vladimir Putin, the governments, you know, all these banksters. Give a man a gun to rob a bank to rob the world. Donald Trump, he shut off a 500-story bank and still land in a suit, right? That's right. Lock him up, lock him up. Donald Trump for prison. Donald PDF Trump for prison. Remember, he was going to put Hillary in prison. Instead, he made hundreds of millions of dollars with Alex Jones. Put Alex Jones in prison. So, put them all in prison. Remember, they guaranteed 80% occupancy of all private prisons before they're ever built. Put them all in prison. Pigs, people in government. You just thought I was talking about those clown cops, them too. Put them all in prison. No victim, no crime. The state can't be the victim. Remember, you have the right to face your accuser. It was supposed to be constitutional gold and silver and a constitutional republic, and it's not. So fuck America. And fuck everybody who supports all this bullshit. And it's the beast. America's the beast. With its NATO, you know, and its UN, all its tentacles, its octopus, you know, it likes all its, like, Medusa. So, anyways, you know, I was a snake before you let me in, and then you let Joe Biden. Another PDF file, so they're all on the same team. Well, you can find them. I was on there in California. Everybody gets a little bit different, a different search engine now. Remember when we first looked, you know, lawnmower, Murray lawnmower, we all got 3,575 results. Now we all get something different because we metadata. It's like, oh, you hovered over that. Now I'm going to put that in your file for you. Hey, let me sell you some shit. You're like, I didn't even think about that. They're like, I know you want it. Wait a minute, I do want it. No, I didn't think that. Yes, I did. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm confused. Is this reality or is this AI? I don't know. Let's ask the computer to see if you're a human. This world's nuts. The man's nuts, grab him. No, hey, keep your hands inside right until it comes to a complete stop. Alto. Anyway, so look at the Deagle Maps. Look at all these European nations. They generally are more predominantly like Christian or Catholic-based faith. So how I think you're going to do is, I was talking with somebody about this earlier today, and do a little study game theory, whatever we call 5D chess or whatever. As you can see, they just get like clear, you know, opaque. There we go. Not ghost, opaque. All right. So anyways, again, you know, I feel as if there's millions of these robotic beings living amongst us with their game. I knew, sorry I was telling you this, they're going to, I don't care. We'll just keep going like the Energizer Bunny, huh? Or do you ever get any sleep? We did 21 hours here the other day. Heck yeah. Why had to do that? Oh, man, ripping. I bet you I lost all my roofing on that roof. Oh, well, I better go, guys. I got to go check. I got to at least put it and put it down on the ground. Son of a gun, dude, it's a ripping. The freaking needs sunroof to keep you suckers tripping. Everybody's looking. If you're jealous, turn around. DANG, close to the ground. We're getting good grip. I'm gonna get it back. But I need to follow you. I need to wait. Kick drum. Makes the girlies get dumb. We roll in reindeer, and the jealous want to get some. Every time we do the sucker gypsies want to battle, and then they look, they hate, they JRU enough to gattle. Picked up the posse and Tony Martin, did the step, and well, the strict, and looking for some action. You know, the most kind of crowd of the claw in the back. Maharaji's watching TV with two girlies on his lap. Martin Luther King. The set looks kind of dead. I need a new strip, so posse move ahead. We all look kind of swamps. The crew you can't forget. Makes a lot of posse cold ripping up the set. My posse's on Broadway. Oh, we got one up there. Posse up. We just gave you a little. Oh no! Don't fall on the ladies. What the hell's going on there? Okay. You guys are gonna have to sit you down. Hold on, we'll sit you down here. Look over here. Man, that's enough almost to get a YouTube right there, huh? Oh, crap. All right, hold on. I gotta go get these. You're looking at the outdoor garden here. Put this stuff on the roof where it might be a little more or less windy. Jeez. I gotta get that thing blue over there. Yeah, it's windy out here. Anyways, here's the front of the garden here. Eventually we'll get this rest of this finished, put some more concrete on there, but I gotta need some more roofing. That roofing had melted. As you can see, it got all warped. This is garbage. Buy the roofing from Home Depot. That's the blue stuff from Israel. Don't buy that, buy the more expensive stuff. Look at it. It got all flat. Lost all the ribs in it. Garbage. Look at that. Look at that, man. Wasted $100 for no reason. So I'll use it for something else. I'll cut it up and use it to make. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and cut it up and make around here. I'm going to build an area to where everything can drain back into this tank, so I don't waste anything. But sucks, man. Look at that. Look at that crap, dude. Garbage. How the hell are they gonna make it in the sun? Somebody said they were from the Mojave Desert. That wouldn't last long. Mojave, that's from Israel. Bullshit. Israel gets hot as hell. Don't buy that shit from Home Depot. It's garbage. So, anyways, I think these ladies are I think they're finished, guys. I mean, they'll go for another few weeks, but pretty much done. Ooh, it smells yummy in here. Oh, look at that. So they're finishing because they're starting to turn all red. So that's okay. Probably another 2-3 weeks. So pretty. So pretty flowers. Flower powers. Look at all those trichomes on there. Yummies. Smells so garden in here. Smells so pretty. So, like I said, we're not going to get a bunch. That's okay. I just did it to do it. I hadn't done it in years, so. Good times. Cobra, white chocolate chip, and peanut butter cookie. So, flower power. All right, let's get out here. So, eventually, we're going to use it here. These will be done in probably a few weeks, but we're going to start growing tomatoes and peppers and carrots, and this is going to be able to heat up this inside building. So I'm going to get some more roof. Look at how wavy that stuff is. That stuff's garbage. Don't buy that crap from Home Depot. Look at it. Look at that. How the hell am I going to get a seal on that cutter? All right. Okay, awesome people, get out of here. You're like, oh no, marijuana. Yeah, no, they're doing good. They're going to be yummy. They'll be super tasty. Super tasty. Super tasty. Oh, no. They're doing what they need to do. So a few more weeks, they'll fill out. They'll do good. I hit them again with some chicken crap today. Chicken. You know what? I'll go back inside. Where's my stuff? Windy. Oh, I got something in my shoes. What I got? I'm wearing these stupid little slippers, but gotta wear my Sorels. Just tooling around out here. Go check on the ladies real quick. Go check on the ladies. You girls already been fed twice today. Think you need a third meal? Huh, pretty girls? Hi, girls. Did you eat all that watermelon? Well, you guys are doing good. Yep, almost time for dinner time. Almost time for dinner. We got 5 eggs today. They're slowing down a little bit. They're still spoiled, huh? Still spoiled girls. It's my girls. Pretty girls. You're the prettiest girls ever. Sure, look how blondie you are. You're a blondie. Look how light you are. Pretty girls. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're loud. You teach the other ones to jump out of here. You know that? Yeah, I'm talking to you, lady. You sure are pretty girls. Alright, let's go back inside. It's too stinking windy out here. Too windy out here. We're just checking on the ladies. Sure all doing good. They're doing good. Everybody's doing good. Let's go back inside. Too windy out here. Too windy out here in the high desert. Go back inside here. Go back inside the rusty cowboy cabin here. Rusty cowboy. It's the rusty cowboy cabin out here in the high desert. So. Alright, so we got going. Oh man, I think I got stick on my foot. Oh boy, that's about done. Yeah, I've been cooking off here, cooking some taters, some celery, some carrots. I think that's about ready to eat there. What do you think? Oh, them carrots look like they're nice and done. I haven't put any onions in there, but that's all right. Should be okay. Let's turn that off. I think that's done. It's done. It's done. Oh. My damn sock. All right, let's plug this phone back in, see if we can get some more. Put some juice on this. Okay, we're good. We're good. What the heck is that? A green thumb. Also says you got a green thumb. I like to grow deep down in the earth when they put me ganja. Babylon come. This is ganja. I want to go. Oh, we're singing some Marlon Asher. You listen to Marlon Asher? Oh man, I don't like Berkey water. Oh, I need to get a smaller Berkey here soon. Chicken rice soup, nice. I got some chicken rice soup that I made about 6-7 years ago. That's in freeze dryer bags over there. It's fire. I remember I made it I was working for a restaurant. This was a 4-star, it was a golf course or whatever. And I had a couple big whatever, and one of them got canceled. So we made some soup and stuff for it. And I got to take a couple of those things. I threw it in the freeze dryer. I made it, but I made it for that. So it's like long grain rice, more like a darker. And I did it with a thigh meat instead of a chicken meat, or till breast meat, more with thigh. So it's a different kind of style. It's really good though. Oh, it's chicken and rice. So like a long grain and a brown rice, long grain rice, and dark meat chicken. I can't remember all what I put in, but it was fire. They let us make, we obviously had the menu, but sometimes when we got to do things like doing, different, all kinds of menus, because it was a golf course, big golf course and big restaurant, whatnot. But they let us do things like that, obviously, because we're cooks to the menu, but we could make our own soups and specials and all that type of stuff too. So it's just a soup one time. I want to do this style, more like I like chicken and rice, like straight up even, or like a, jasmine rice and chicken rice or chicken breast with a little, whatever, a little bit of dill or something in there, give a little, and, but I want to do that darker, not like a jambalaya or anything like that, but something darker. So I did a long grain and a brown rice, and then do that thigh meat instead of the white chicken breast. And I forgot, but I think I put that's what I put dill in it. I put dill in that, and it was so good, man. With obvious little bit of cream, you know, just a little bit of cream in there, and man, it turned out so good. So good. I was all fired up. It was like, these people are gonna love this soup, man. And then I got to take it all home. So I gave it away or whatever. But I think I freeze like 5 trays of it or something. So I probably got 3 or 4 good sized bags of it still. And I probably ate 3 or 4 bags already. So, oh, I love that trash can type soup, or, not trash can, but kitchen sink, their gutter soup. There's a whole bunch of different names for that. No, those make the best soup. Seriously. I mean, I like soup because I like to make whatever style, like zuppa's the scana, or there's just all kinds of different soups. But some of the best soups you make, you never make them twice because you're like, okay, gotta get rid of this, and it's all good. But hey, bam, like, man, that's good. Right, what I put in that? Damn, I didn't write that down. So I like those type soups too sometimes. But this is just something in my brain. I remember I was like trying to come up with another, it said they wanted a chicken rice, soup, and I've done it, chicken rice 5 different ways, but I wanted that darker style, the darker, not the lighter, jasmine or white or whatever. There's different kinds of white rice, but go for that darker style and get that long grain with a split in it. And it's got that little, darker, got a little texture to it. And so the chicken's a little different than the breast meat on a, chicken and rice soup. Normally, most chicken and rice soup has white meat chicken breast in it, a lot of the time. So, but it was because it was a pretty good sized place. I worked at some pretty big restaurants before. I worked, I remember working in a hotel where, what was that, the Sobach, that had 3 floors in that hotel that were nothing but kitchen. You know, yeah. Wild rice and brown rice go good together. Long grain, wild brown rice. Yeah, that's a good combo. It really is. Um, then you throw that dark meat at it instead of the light meat. You know, I wouldn't go leg meat, but definitely thigh meat. Keep it so it's got a good texture to it. There you go. Mushrooms. I'd be fire with some mushroom in there. I mean, outstanding with some mushrooms in there. Heck yeah, that would be great. Would be a good man. And I would probably do those as I wouldn't do those as a larger. I would almost do those like a cream and mushroom style, just a little bit bigger, kind of like a diced mushroom. In that dish with what you're saying, what I was saying. Not a bigger, and they could. It'd be good with a bigger, but I want to still really accent that chicken breast, and do that small, like a canned soup. It's got that larger style mushroom, larger than a little diced onion on a Big Mac or something, but not a large. Yeah, that'd be good, so good in there. Oh, that'd be fire. Maybe a little bit bigger, but I'm a texture guy. Sometimes the texture's everything. Man, just sometimes making, cut something in half can change a dish. not the ingredients, but whatever, the amount, but chopping something in a different direction, or it can make all the difference in the dish. So, uh, what I like that I haven't made in a long time, I probably made about 4 or 5 months ago, is I used to make too, and people are like, "Oh man, I forgot about that dish." Was turkey tetrazzini. You like, because you mentioned turkey, turkey tetrazzini. You like tetrazzini? That's a dish with like a long, pasta and turkey and peas, and turkey tetrazzini is off the chain. I love that. That's not a soup, but that's another pasta. When I think soup, I think soup and pasta, right? So I don't try to eat no more pasta, man. I don't want to eat pasta anymore. I don't want pasta anymore. I haven't eaten pasta in a while. I really don't think I ever want to eat pasta again unless I grow it. You know, I am just so through. I used to eat so much pasta, I just don't. Turns to sugar. I'm trying to cut back on all my sugar. I don't want any sugar in my body as little as I can. That way I can dabble and have a little bite of sugar here and there and that. But I've been cutting back on bread. I've been cutting back on. I used to eat all that. I didn't care. I just eat it all. But No more bread, no more, not until I get out of the country. This country, it's just too much crap in the bread. You know, bread is not that bad, but the way they made it with, corn syrup and add preservatives and literally like dyes. What the hell is that? That's not bread. So um, I really try to stay away from eating bread and eating pasta as much as I can. A little bit's not gonna hurt, but I've been doing good. Like I said, I think the only thing I've eaten bread is on uh, yeah, yeah, North American wheat is garbage. The bread is garbage. Like I said, a lot of it's terrible. Like I say, they banned this country's food in like 30 plus other. There's, it's poison. Canada ain't no better. I mean, it is a little bit better in some places, but Canada's pretty much has the same. You guys got the same stuff we got up there. I kind of like I said, I don't really think as Canada is like being a separate. Not that it isn't, but just a lot of the supply chain just is so localized between the because it's the North America, like you're saying. So some difference in Canada, obviously, because you but it's all garbage, man. This whole North American continent is just. I can't believe how we just poison ourselves to death. We're gonna look back in history and go, well, they just decided to just poison themselves to death. The government didn't have to whack them after a while. They're just like, we'll sell you food, it's poison, and you'll pay to food, poison yourself. Wow, the generation that poisoned themselves, and the robots checked to make sure they were humans. Boy, we are so smart, guys. We are just the smartest generation ever. You know that? We're so advanced, aren't we? We're ready for aliens now. We're ready to be flying cars. Oh. Meet George Jetson, his dog, Bobo. His dog, Bobo. Oh, no, not Bobo. His dog, Elroy. He's my puppy. Oh, just move his boy. Oh, just watch his boy. Oh, just watch your boy. He's my guy. He's my guy. He's my guy. He's what this boy. Okay, can you get down off my lap? Can you get down off my lap now? Oh, you're gonna hop up here with Dad. Watch out, we're gonna get whacked by the tail. You feel it already. So, for stealing Joe there, buddy. All right, let's change the chat here so we get. All right, let's change the chat here so we get this. Thought, but kicked everybody out. Thanks, YouTube. You guys are garbage. YouTube. Relocating whole communities, YouTube. Be trying to choose cannibal. Let's see if we can come back up. Oh, we got two people in here now. Hey, where might we be coming back up here? We got two people. I know who it is. I know who you are. Thank you for coming in. Oh, we got us another one that joined us here. 3 is a crowd. Just me, myself, and I. Oh. Just me, myself, and I. Hey, we got two of you in here now. All right, maybe we can set you back down. All right. Oh man, I get tired of hanging over this old shillow bag of mine 50 times. I get a workout just true. Your lip. It's all right. We're good. We're back. Guess who's back? The seventh king. Okay, I want you to understand this. What day? What when in who is Shiloh? Who is Shiloh to you? It's just us in here. So who is Shiloh? And what does Shiloh have to do with the price of eggs in China? Nothing. Well, everything. But Shadow. Oh, come on. YouTube. Dude. Getting crushed. Getting crushed. Scepter shall not depart from Judah till Shiloh returns. Leo is Shiloh. one who holds the inheritance, the one with the sword, the one that said, I am, the one who said, if you covet another man's wife, that is adultery. Don't fornicate with the beast. Beast. The beast. Come out of her, my people. Be in it, but be not of it. Cut it off. Circumcise the flesh. The outer man, the outer woman. Wrestle not against flesh and blood. Everybody doesn't want us to drink blood and eat human flesh. That's cannibalism and vampirism. Catholicism. Putting on some scissor. Oh. Man, I can't ever find that song. Putting on some scissor. Putting on some scissor. Oh. We're doing a little mix up here. Whatever fires off in these electron, proton, left and right, unrestrained brain of mine. You have a retarded brain where you're restrained, screwed down, and throttled. Well, retarded, not advanced, my bad. Yeah, you can only go so far. You're a two pump chump. Oh, never mind. Silly little rabbit. Tricks of her kids. April Fools. Don't touch your kids. Okay, Biden? Hey, who let Biden in? Who let Biden in? There's no vipers in here. No vipers. No vipers. No supping. Don't break bread. Don't eat with vipers. Don't cast your pearls before pigs. Viper pigs. Saying viper pig. Well, I never said that before in my life. Hey, you know who the viper pig is? Yeah, that's Satan, isn't it? Satan's the viper pig. Swine. Drink my blood and eat my body. See, the viper pig. I got it. Thank you, Father. That was should be a comic strip or something, huh? DC, District of Criminals. But anyways, we're not. Hey, what happened to our chat? Let's get our chat back up here. We lost our chat. Where's our chat? Let's go top chat. All right. I think Sabrina was the last one to say something there. Sabrina is my sister to the north. She's a northern Nordic dick. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Hello. Is there anybody out there? So I'm just passing the time. We got a court date tomorrow. We'll set it for trial. If they set it for trial, I got to sue these people. That's okay. I gave them all the ability to stand down, pen down. We've got Bush. Oh. Now we're stuck on 5. 5. Hey, that's better. We had no people in the room a minute ago, but they were here. It's like, is there anybody out there? It's okay. Just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? I sang some Mix-a-Lot when I went out to the garden. That was pretty silly. I think did Posse's on Broadway. Posse's on Broadway. Posse up. Posse up. You know? Oh, well. Yeah, that's the Pug One thing. You know that. Pug1light.com. Pug1light.com. So I'm just here on standing beside myself because I walk in the shadow of the valley of death. So it's It's like a witness. I'll be casting no shade on me. Shadow or shade? Listen here, Slim Shady. Talk about a Gemini, huh? That's a Gemini. Slim Shady's a Gemini. Say one thing and do something else. Kind of like Mr. Warp Speed. Warp, as in perverted. Are you perverted? Probably so. Most people are perverted. Perverted. Forward. Forwarded. You forwarded my agape. No, the scales, that's the black horse. It's the third horse of revelation. The third horse is judgments. That represents Father, the angels of revelation, but the four corners of this rock, north, east, west, and south, right? Not spinning on a planet, but that's the scales. Represents the third black horse, the black horse of revelation, because I am revelation. So I know these horses. Remember, there are 5, not 4, because one has a sword. He isn't coming to the final trump. So then we will see the rider on the pale green horse, and then it will be finished. Hallelujah. Pale green, man. Light it up. Oh, never mind. Not that kind of pale green. That's avocado. Agape. You know the hardest part of smoking an avocado? Keeping it lit. No. Apologies for my outburst. I'm just some weirdo, dude. I'm just a weird guy. I'm glad that I'm not normal. I'd rather not be normal. I'm saying to be normal would suck to be normal. I mean, that's fine. I guess people could be normal, but you're just like, you don't even stand out in a crowd. You're just like, we don't need no education. So, can you imagine being what normal? And again, I say to you, what is normal? Because I think I can prove that you're not and I'm not. I think I can prove that I'm not normal. Because what is normal? So that's at a time you better think, Sabrina, right now that, oh, wait, here you're in Canada, but it don't matter. We're all fucked. But people better think about, what normal is. Because your normal, as we talked about this before, is not anybody else's normal. So if they say, well, he wasn't acting normal. Sabrina wasn't acting normal. Well, she was an Inuit, so she's probably drunk and being crazy and, no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Smoking on some peyote or never mind. What's normal? What's what's normal? Who's normal? What is reality? Too many fallacies. What's the reality? People be sleeping. People got sheep paralysis. So I know there's no such thing. So we're all fucked. You know what I'm saying? We're all screwed. We're all screwed because none of us are normal. Only the government's normal and the cops are normal, right? They know norm. They're enforcing the norm. Think about it. They're forcing the norm, are they not? Come on, Sabrina, are they not? Oh, they're forcing the law. My ass. They're enforcing the norm, And now they blurred the line of what's normal and what's not. Everything's just like, huh? Well, it's a he, she, they, them. Let me see she, they, them titties. Is that the proper pronoun? What's your proper pronouns? Let me she, they, them boobies. Oh, she, they, them. So, I don't know what to think anymore. Look around and was like, listen, Sabrina, I want you to talk to this about Kevin. Okay, listen. Sabrina, how many people in this percentage world are evil? Listen, this is for the bride. This is for the family. This is for my fam, my brothers and sisters in the narrow way. Most people don't know this, and they got it all wrong. And we talked about it, so I want to talk to this. No, more than that. Way more. Come on. Oligas, that's a fraction of the whole. Fraction, a puny number. His bride, that means 10% of the people are going to the wedding. Yeah, right. There we go. Probably something like that. It is that maybe even 1% because it's just a fraction. That's what Oligas. Remember, he said in Luke, fear not, Oligas. Fear not, Oligas. You know what I'm saying? So that's a puny of the whole this time. Remember, only Aaron and Levite, he hated the Gentiles, right? He didn't love them. They go to hell. They can eat what they want, do what they want. So God don't love everybody. Stop that shit, nasty ass idiot religious people. So Sabrina, now listen to this. I want you to get up every day and not mourn. Okay, that's hard to do because you're like, damn, I've been mourning my whole life. So get up and tell yourself, everybody's evil. Just tell yourself, because it's so hard to come across somebody who is actually in the narrow way. Because if it's just a fraction of the whole, because most people go right, but through the wide gate, because they're in the broad way, they don't narrow, no narrow. We've already talked about what narrowing is. Less of self, more of Christ, deny thyself daily, take up your cross daily, follow after me daily, all these fear, not Luke, right? My disciples, take up your cross, follow after me. The gospel, I mean, that's pretty simple, but yeah, I'm telling you, this will help because I've been talking to Kevin about this. Listen, wake up every day. Okay, good. But and it's not in a bad way, Sabrina, because you just treat everything with Father. You just let him speak for you. And he'll decide. If somebody's hungry, they're going to want it. If not, leave them alone. We need to do more of that in here. And we did because we got the wrench. Hell, that 2 times, get them out of here. That's all Father wants us to do. Show them to the narrow way. That's all our job is. As a disciple and brothers and sisters in Christ, we're equally yoked. That is the mother. That is the mother. That is your brothers and sisters that are in the narrow way. Those that do the will of the Father. Not sons of God, crackers and grape juice, and all that. Sons of God are doing the will of the Father. Not crackers and grape juice, not fallen angels, not all this other, right? Those that are doing the will of the Father. Hados, in his way. He's pressing us. So we'll get down to that straight gate. We're not in this cracker, easy Jesus, Broadway Jesus, right? Oh, hey, Jesus just loves everybody and everything's awesome. Team America. And hey, it's nice to see you today. Sabrina, how was your birthday, Sabrina? Did you have a good time? Did you have the kids over for Easter? Sabrina, did you celebrate the cock-a-doodle-doo day or whatever this day, that day, Amscray day, the pork day, eat the pork, eat the sugar holiday, raise the roof, all right, Good to see you. Oh, you hadn't been here since last Mother's Day, huh? Satanists, well, they are, but remember? So, yeah, don't worry about what your family isn't anything to do with your aunts, uncles, brothers, mother. Remember, your mom is not your mother. Your father is not your dad. You have a dad and then you have a father. That's what my son Elijah knows. Okay, I hope you see that. I'm struggling with this whole thing, but I don't know if my son has passed that through. And through the word, it does itself with his wife. But my son knows that. I'm just his dad. I ain't his father. I'm like, dude, you're on your own, dude. When he was real young, dude's like, you're fucked, dude. Like my dad to me. My dad told me, dude, you're going to go in this world, it's going to chew you up and spit you the fuck out, dude. You're born in Los Angeles, California. You realize you're some fucking white boy named Tracy? Your fucking mom named you Tracy. You're fucked, dude. Everywhere you go, you're gonna get fucked with. You better stop being such a fucking space brain all the time. I know you hear me in there, but you sit there and tune me out. Hello, come back to Earth, Bork, Nano, Shazbot. Hello, tune in Tokyo. Tracy, are you in there? Hello. Yeah, my dad used to banter me like that, but I needed it. He was right every time he did that because I wasn't listening to him, but I heard him. So, but seriously, wake up every day, don't mourn, and get up and tell yourself every day, everybody's evil. And then treat everybody the same. Love thy neighbor like thy enemy, like thyself. And that starts making a whole lot more sense because everybody's acting like everything's okay. Remember, they're being nice. They got a face mask on. Hi, how you doing today? Nice to see you. I fucking hate this goddamn job. What kind of pack of Marlboro Reds? Okay, that's very nice. This fucking job don't pay for shit. God damn it, I'm getting robbed. I can just barely make fucking ends meet. You're being an actor, and everybody's being an actor that everything's okay. Remember, we're just crushing everybody. Their right of due process is gone in America. I mean, this is even worse. This is the brown coats, and I already told you. Now I figured out who's taking these people off the streets of America. A lot of these are Trump supporters. They're hiring, these people are doing it. It's these Proud Boys and these all these J6ers and all this nonsense, this honeypot. They do this crap and they get these people all infighting with each other. We're not even supposed to be fighting with anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, man. And we're supposed to be coming together as a, so listen, wake up every day and tell yourself everybody's evil. I'm probably evil too, man. I better. A man's enemies to be the one of his own household, right? Matthew 10:34 through 39. That's why I bring you to this passage. The backbone of this ministry is Matthew 10:34 through 39. We're our own enemy. So get up every morning and tell yourself, man, I better be right with Father. And you will. I mean, if you are, because he pulls you to him. But look around, say everybody's evil. That way you would just deal with everybody the same. They're just fucking acting. The president is a PDF file. The last one was a PDF file. We know Obama. We know all that. Come on. He had a Baphomet wife, that had an Adam's apple. Cut the, yeah. Everybody's just all right with this. Reagan's wife. I already showed you the first ladies. You think this is new news? Northeast, west, and south. You might get it with the news here. You're not on a ball, okay? Northeast, west, and south. Four corners of this rock. He will send his angels. Northeast, west, and south. Come on, guys. It's okay. It's 2025. We're spinning on a planet Earth. God's in the sky. What the fuck is wrong with this society? Same shit they were doing back at the time of Rome. We're doing it again, brothers, sisters. We just can't stop. We're tribalistic. We don't love his word. We love the dirt, and he doesn't want us to love the dirt. He wants us to love his word, and now people think a word is alien, and that's a lie. What the fuck? He's not going to be very happy when he gets back, is he? No, he created it that way. He wrote all things. He creates evil. You think you've seen evil? You ain't seen shit yet. So you better start thinking that everything's evil. It might be a little easier to see when things start a little bit tabernacles, more intense. Shit waves, a storms are coming. There's a shit storm coming, boys. Who said that? Maybe Ricky did. There's a shit storm coming, Ricky. Oh, well, whatever. Not Ricky and Morty, dumbass. And talk about, waves of intensification of evil. You think you've seen evil? You ain't seen evil. God is creating the evil. Isaiah 45:7. Yeah, now it's going to get real evil. Wait, it's just going to get worse. Look, come on, look at what Trump is doing, guys. How many more days? Let's put it in the chat. How many more days until we're in full lockdown? Or at least America has military in all 50 states. Come on, let's participate in the chat over here. Come on, let's think about this. How many more? There's already at least, I think, about 25. Half the U.S. is on pretty much soft lockdown because nothing's coming and everything's okay in Team America and everything's awesome when you're part of the team. Give them a trophy, win or lose. All I do is win, win, win. Whoa, watch out for those. Trump 2028. Wow, just fuck your constitutional. Forever what it's been. Kind of like Trump. They voted 9-0. He totally violated the Constitution right of posse comitatus, that you cannot, use the military as a law enforcement. Nope. Now he said, federalize them. We're going to federalize all these people, and then we're going to use those against to check your passports by executive order. He just passed another one. Mr. Peace President turned in Mr. War President, huh? Mr. Taco. Oh, wait. Hold on. Charlie Kirk. Let me say something. Lean a little too far to the right. Oh, end up leaning to the left. That's what you get for knowing too much, huh? You turn into a dumbass. Oh, donkey, elephant. Never mind. Oh, donkey, elephant. So, nobody? All right, I've tried. Maybe they're banning my chat. Damn it, YouTube. Can't even have a normal chat with anybody. Oh, that's all right. This price you pay for. Oh, wow. Yeah. I don't know, Marissa. I just don't know about that. I have a court date tomorrow, guys, so we'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow, they're going to appoint it. If they appoint a court date tomorrow, but it's just, I have to sue these people. I have given them 16 months and spent over $100,000 plus. And it ain't about the money. Trying to get them to back down and stop this, and go, and so if they take me to court to trial, I'm going to sue them. I have to for the accountability. So I've held off, and I know why. I could have already done this months ago, but this ain't about money. This is about not make the taxpayer pay for the criminal behavior of their law enforcement or public servants. Supposed to be people are supposed to be, community public servants. And if they fuck up, the taxpayer has to pay for their mistakes. That's not right. So I could have already been a millionaire. Maybe I should have, and I could have got things, but it's never been about money. It's been about, I nearly lost, like I said, it ain't like that. And like I still have to shell out $5,000 where I don't know where I'm going to come up with that. And it's still not going to find Elijah, still not going to, nobody's going to look for Elijah. It was all a waste of my time. So Father did it. He made me do it. That's fine. I still know I tried to do the right thing, but there's just a little small part of me wish I would have listened to him and just taken the gold and silver and left with it, because I think that the gold and silver is what got him killed. You know, it's that precious metals, and it sucks. It's just like, but it'll all work itself out in the end. So one day, as I told Marshall, this case will end, and I'll talk to Adriana, and I'll find out, if she had the gold and silver, because he said he had it, and then so I think that's what finished her off too, because he already had done Elijah off, and then he lured her down there, and because he knew I'd eventually this case would end, and if he talked to her and he had it, and she said, no, I don't have that gold and silver, Marshall took it. I don't have it. See, there's just too many missing with Marshall. There's just too many things with Marshall, guys. So I don't want to, that's why I was being arrested, saying, hey, here's where he's at. This is the guy. This is the guy who has him. And then remember, they won't even take a report. So it'll work itself out. I don't know what I'm going to do about the funding, but it is what it is. I'll figure it out. Maybe John, he doesn't take IOUs. I'm just really not deathly afraid, but it is what it is. If I have to represent myself, it is what it is, because I know he can beat this case. I mean, he already said that he won't even talk about Elijah being gone or Adriana. He just says you can beat the case. So, and I know that. I already knew that to begin with. This is all about Elijah. I don't care about the money. And so I told him, I don't care about the money, John. I care about somebody to start looking for my son. So I have some bail money, because like when they arrested me that time, and that was like $4,000, and I owe him five. I already got what, 100 and something. I got just 20, tens of thousands of dollars just the other day. So yeah, but all it's going to do, it's not going to reveal anything, okay, Elsa, because it's just a hearing to set a trial date, and I have to drive all the way down there just for that. Okay, here's the date, bam, gone, in and out there. I'll be at, I'm saying, unless they're not doing something stupid, so. But then he's going to call me and say, I can't proceed forward in this case without the additional $5,000. So, and I'm going to be like, so I'll have to talk to him and see if that bail money, I've already put out over, because remember I bought the ministry, the other property, there's already 50 plus, 60, there's then the 100,000 for I've already spent $160,000 this year, just this year alone. And I don't get an income. Remember, I worked for all of that. Hard work by the sweat of my brow, without having with a lot of strikes against me. So it's because I have assets. And when I have money, I put it in assets. I fix things up. I make things worth more. I know how to repurpose things. I know how to create, so, but maybe he can get that back. I don't know how far out the court date will be. He sounds like it might be pretty quick, because I've been waited so long. Remember, threatened, oh, well, you want a speedy trial? 6 days, right? So it's so funny, because if I would have done this already, I would have millions of dollars. And that's why it's so crazy with this case, is I know Elijah's a millionaire. Whether he ever is alive and sees the day or not, he is a millionaire. They made him work an extra 133 hours and threw him in jail already once, now twice, and all that. They owe him a lot of money, millions and millions of dollars. All of these agents, with the state police and at least the county. Maybe he doesn't have a federal case that I do, because I was trying to get these feds to come out here and look at this stuff to begin with. And he ended up getting in trouble anyways, when I was trying to make sure he wasn't, by, they're releasing more pedophiles, rapists, and murderers into their parole and probation departments, how he ended up brushing against this guy, that he ended up getting in trouble with. That I told, hey, get this guy away from my kid. And he still got in trouble anyways. They didn't do what the hell they were supposed to do. So Adriana, same thing too. She was grenaded, kidnapped. That's a violation of her Miranda rights. Cruel and unusual punishment by grenading them both. That's not, and I'm certain, maybe I go over it again, but there is no other grenade in the live stream other than the grenade that hit me in the face. Yeah, that's loud. See, and again, I was trying to figure out, I went back through it again. Why is that second pin? And I'm trying to say, no, they didn't throw that in there. You're just kind of overdoing it. You a little overreacted, and you found the pin right there next to the, motorhome, but they didn't throw that in there. How they just dropped it or something. No, the fucking windshield was blown out, or the windshield was blown in. They threw that in there and woke them both up from a dead sleep. You know, that's cruel and unusual punishment. So they owe her. She's probably richer than Elijah in some ways because she didn't have a warrant for her arrest. They came in here without. See, I know for certain they came here to never plan, like I was showing to Kevin today. I've got to get out of this cabin because it is just still there's. See, behind these walls, I don't have walls that are you know, drywall and tape and texture and paint, and they're also. I have tear gas behind even every one of these boards. There's still tear gas in this house, and it's still leaching into, and that's why I just keep been struggling too more and more. Even Kevin says he can, when he comes in here, that's he didn't realize too. He's like, yeah, I guess that's what he didn't realize. Like, there's kind of a weird, I said, yeah, it's the tear gas. I can't get the shit out of here. He's like, you know, and I showed him again. And so I have to disassemble this whole house, this whole cabin, take everything completely apart, all the way completely do this to be able to come back and live in this house properly because, they shot 5 tear gas canisters. And I told him they never planned on me coming out with, they would have never lobbed 5 tear gas canisters in here like that. That's already an excessive force. You know, any jury or anything not in a civil case is not going to, that they'll convict them. You can't throw 5 tear. Nobody was threatening violence. Nobody was grabbing guns. They were the only ones using violence, and then they used that against Adriana. So she's wealthy. She's a millionaire. And I don't understand this because both of their lives should be normal. You know what I'm saying? Um, they should be normal. They should have already had their lives back. She was just trying to help her husband working those extra 2 days a week, working 7 days a week, and ends up getting grenaded without a warrant, and they dropped her charges. See, that's why I believe, again, that there's plausibility for the law enforcement to get her and kidnapped and get them away so they can't sue because they both should be millionaires. And I don't like saying that. I hate money. And I don't think even if it did, they would change them. I think they would just lead a normal life. Elijah would still work. He might do more things. He might get a dyno and set up a shop, but he would still work. He would just sit on his ass. He would work. That's how I raised him. I mean, he knows we can't say idle hands are the work of the devil. We got to stay busy. Once in motion, stays in motion. You want to stop, and that's when you get tired and start getting, stay. I'm not saying don't rest. I'm just saying, so it just makes no sense. Like I said, he'd be living a normal life. It's been 1 year since they both went missing. How is this just not ever get looked at? Nobody cares. I just keep getting thrown in jail, assaulted over something that, and see, I'm even thinking about this. Listen to this. If you if I can game theory this with you ladies, okay, and everybody else just listen. How could they take me to trial? In a trial, my star witnesses are Elijah and Adriana. They're both missing. These are my witnesses in my case. I don't have, I'm saying these are the witnesses in my case. And somehow, thanks for sharing, Marissa. Appreciate your just dreams are, I mean, they're prophetic in some people's, but just sharing with me, trying to hold it together here. But it's been a year and nobody's even made any attempt to look for him. I'm the only one that is trying to attempt. I just don't understand how his mom doesn't care, and and even her parents. How is her parents not? But see, again, they live kind of a solitude life. They were just doing their thing. They're quiet. He ain't got no trouble. So what? He made a mistake. And they went. He's the only. I was talking to Kevin today. He's the only one to go to jail out of 5 guys. He sat down in jail for almost a year with no top ramen. I don't know if you've ever been in jail, and whatever. If you haven't, don't worry about it. But if you have, having that top ramen is like throwdown burritos. I mean, that's a big staple. and when you're in jail, no hot food, no throat, none of that. And for a whole year he sat in there, and that's why I finally got John, and it cost me. See, this case is 5 years old, so I don't see how John could sit there and say to me that the 180 hours are not going to come up. How are the 180 hours not going to come up? You know what I'm saying? Um, when Elijah's talking about it, I'm talking about it because like John keeps telling me. So their charges against me are interfering with hindering prosecution and interfering. Why? Because I wouldn't arrest my son because he did the 180 hours. See, I don't know how John thinks that he can even have a trial because my 2-star witnesses are my son and daughter, and I've been saying they're murdered. What am I going to say in court? What the fuck am I going to say in court? You know what I'm saying? How is this even a thing? How could they even? So, do you understand what I'm saying, Elsa? Do you understand what I'm saying, Sabrina? How could I have a court case? My 2-star witnesses, they are I get all their evidence. They're the evidence in my case. They're not even going to be there at my trial. That fails my right of discovery under my 6th Amendment to call witness in my favor. How is this even happening? How is John taking me into a trial where these are my witnesses? Isn't that crazy? These are the 2 people that's involved with the case. These are the people that grenaded. They're not there. How the hell is that even possible? So what do I say when I go in there? So why did you hinder him? Well, my son's 180 hours. They're trying to lock my son up. Or how does John keep denying that this is not going to come up? Well, Elijah's 180 hours. That's not your case. But I didn't let him stop the car because I didn't want him arrested because I have the right of affirmative defense, and so does he. He wasn't breaking any laws. Even their whole police pursuit is bullshit. Guys, go watch the live stream. He didn't pull up with any lights on. He didn't pursue. He didn't get out of his car. Remember, I went back in the car. Any cop would have shot me. Bam, going back into a car. He didn't say shit. I was sitting there biting his fucking head off. Remember, you need to quit your goddamn job, you pig. I told you to quit. I wasn't even saying it was the right cop. He wasn't even the right name. I'm calling a completely different cop. He don't step out and identify himself. He need to identify. That's no fucking pursuit. And even my attorney said, see, this is what I don't understand, guys. Listen, you hear the district attorney say, Paul Charles say, I don't want to try this. I need to try this once. And if I try it, I'm going to have to try it multiple times. That's a mistrial. That's why that shitty Pat Wolke needs to go to prison for what he did to me, reporting my son and daughter, dead, murder, and tell me I don't know what you're talking about, and then threaten to throw me in jail again. But, again, this is something that, if they're going to have a trial for me, how is this 180 hours not going to get brought up? And how could they not have the 2 witnesses? So the other thing is remember, if he's going to say that there's not enough, to obviously a mistrial, also, right, if it's a mistrial, the state has the burden of proof. The state has the burden of proof. Not the preponderance. I talked to John. That's in a civil case. They have the burden of proof to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. If there's any reasonable doubt, they're not even supposed to be taking it to fucking trial. Do you understand? If there's any reasonable doubt, they can't try me. If there's any reasonable doubt, can be a conviction. That's why if there's one person in a jury, you know what I'm saying? The state has the burden of proof, and so they have to have proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And my witnesses aren't there to begin with. There's a whole issue with the whole case. You know what I'm saying? They're not there. Not only are they not there, but there's doubt. There's reasonable doubt. John has told me, look, you didn't stop your son. That's not hindering prosecution. You didn't physically stop him. So why would they even take it to trial? Why wouldn't he be calling the district attorney, Paul Charles, say, drop this fucking case? You don't have the burden of proof. Don't have it. Why are they even taking me to fucking trial? They don't have the burden of proof. That's why I told John, anybody who listens to that, SWAT raid, it's not, there's no jury going to convict me. We all went with our hands in the air, and then it's going to mention the 180 hours. The 180 hours are going to come up. I'm saying I called the feds. What about the 180 hours? It keeps coming up. You know what I'm saying? You look the part. That's why. What the fuck are you talking about? Looking. We don't give a fuck about what you see in here. You can go fuck your eyes. You know that? Go eye fuck yourself. And then go mind fuck yourself too. This either don't be stupid in here. I mean, if you're trying to play the part, what the fuck you mean? When I look, play the part. What kind of fucking part are you talking about? I don't look anything like I looked at the time. Don't be an idiot. So, see what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? If they have the burden of proof, they can't take me to fucking trial, and there already is doubt. He told me that already. My attorney said, "Look, man, they don't have the." Remember, I said, "Son, John, I believe my son has been killed. He's dead, John." And the state, the police are involved. Tracy, we have the evidence to, get this, taken out. They don't have the. See, he's ignoring me. I think he's been contacted to try to run me through this case because remember, John works for the same district attorney, even a public defender, appointed counsel, and a paid attorney all work through that same bar. So they're all really working for the same team. Because if you think about it, 98.5% of the time, everybody just takes an agreement. I'm not that case. Remember, Paul Palmer said, I want to quit because he wants to take it to trial. And then remember, Pat Wilkie, well, you're going to trial anyways. 6 days, no summons of a jury, no call to witness. And this guy, I forgot to quit, and I forgot to call in and say that I quit months ago. I mean, that's a mistrial right there. And that's why Paul charged. So why aren't these two communicating with each other, brothers and sisters? So there may be a chance that I go there tomorrow, but I know they're going to set it for a fucking hearing, and this shit's pissing me off because I don't have the $5,000. I just spent over $100,000, and I don't want it to be about money. I hate fucking money. I hate the fact that this is, and like I said, it can't go to trial. How the fuck can it go to trial? They have the burden of proof. There is doubt. I didn't hinder Elijah. Even John has said that. If you didn't stop him, that's not hindering prosecution. Okay, there's no charge there. The other one, he said that date with Paul Palmer where they had already signed Paul Palmer to me, I'd already showed up that month. And he said, so there's no charges here. See what I'm saying? There's no trial because he says to me, he's got the proof to beat all this. Why hasn't he called up this district attorney and put the fucking heat on him? Saying, dude, you better drop this shit. This dude's going to sue the fuck out of you. And listen, brothers, sisters, here's another thing. If I go to trial and I beat it, which I know I'm not going to, lose the case. I'm certain of that. That's why I'm going to take it to trial. I know it. That means I beat these charges. Then now I have the ability to sue them even more for wrongful prosecution, which just makes all this case even that much bigger on the civil side. It just makes it it's already a lay down. Any civil lawsuit's going to look at that case and go, no, they can't grenade you to the face, dude. You were not doing anything. No, okay. Sign me up. I want $100 million for this guy. It's going to go so fast, the civil lawsuit. But look at what I'm saying. And no jury's going to convict me. I know that. I don't care how loud my mouth is. There is still evidentiary. They're still just certain. They have the burden of proof to prove that I hindered prosecution. I didn't hinder prosecution. I told him to stop. He already said that. It doesn't matter. I have the right to protect him under affirmative defense. He has the right to protect himself under affirmative defense to protect himself from illegal prosecution. That's legal description. It's self-defense. So I know this case. So I'm just baffled. How they're going to take me to trial on Monday. If they set a fucking court date, brothers and sisters, I am going to sue the fuck and stop worrying about being such a nice guy here because I don't want the taxpayers to pay. Fuck it. I'm going to sue whatever. I'll try to figure out a way to put somebody back in the taxpayers' organ if I can secure millions of dollars. See, this makes no sense to me. Elijah's a millionaire, just because of what they did to him. My daughter's a millionaire, and they're both sitting there suffering right now. It doesn't make any sense at all. It just has no rhyme or reason, and they're going to take me all the way to fucking trial. This is just... even on the face, it just doesn't. I just paid an attorney tens of thousands of dollars, and he's not down there hustling that side deal on the goddamn. Because remember, try to remember what I said. I'm not the norm. Most people do not take it to trial. Like God doesn't love everybody. Most people don't take it to. Most people take a plea bargain, agree to let them extort your bond. So. I don't know what's going on here because they can't be taking me to trial. If what my attorney is telling me, and I know that's what I've never been, they don't have the burden of proof. He should be called. Do you not agree? He should be calling the district attorney and going, hey, you don't have burden of proof. You need to drop these fucking charges. Just like I've been saying all along. I don't know what's going on here, guys. So now I'm going to have to shovel out another $5,000 and it's not going to do anything. This is such a mind. I don't know. Thank you. But I don't know how they're even doing this because they have the burden of proof. And if I'm not hindering prosecution or interfering with the peace officer, and if I'm not harassing and menacing the police because I didn't, do anything to them. I said when I came home, I wanted to punk his ass and take his fucking gun from him and beat him with his gun. But I told you that was I was thinking in my head. I never said that to him. I never said that to him ever once. I came here on the live stream and said, guys, it pissed me off because I know these guys, cops know where my son's at. So he's sitting there lying to me. I'm telling him, hey, man, do your fucking job, pig, and whatever. I still have that right. And, whatever. I was telling him to do his job. And he did. And he turns around saying, harassing the police, menacing police come in or file a extreme, risk order and then take the guns out of this house they're going to, he said they can't do that. He even said them putting out a warrant for my arrest wasn't right because of the way they did it. They said they didn't give you enough time to notify you of Pat or of Paul Palmer. That's bullshit. So all those charges are dropped. Now there's no fucking case. And here I sit $100,000+ into this case. My son is sitting there dead in the fucking woods. My daughter dead in the woods or at the least struggling when they shouldn't. They should be fucking millionaires being extorted for these fucking illegal strip gold mines. And then I can't even get the police who shot them to go look for their bodies because they don't have the jurisdiction to do it. They don't have the jurisdiction. They can grenade my son and daughter. They can hit me in the face with a grenade. They can come out here and wreck all this farm, all this. My animals are all running and the doors were left open. They said somebody in jail said, hey, your door were left open. I said, what the fuck, dude? I got, I knew I had that safe and all that precious metals and, and I'm like, oh, whatever. But dude, it was gassed out. 5 tear gas. Dude, it's everything like a ghost in here. 5 tear gas canisters. See, I know if anybody looked at this, it would show they never, ever planned on me coming out here. I just explained that to Kevin yesterday. The 5 tear gas canisters, it takes one tear gas canister, especially if this is a small cabin. It's 40 by 8, but there's a bathroom and a shower and a kitchen and, furniture. It's a little tight because 8 foot, but it's tall ceilings but everything was fucking white as a ghost when I came here. And I am still to this day, 16 months suffering from this because I need to disassemble every board. This isn't some regular house with like walls that got tape and textures all sealed up. There is tear gas still behind every one of these fucking boards in this house. And I still suffer because of this, guys. These people should go to jail, but they probably won't. They're probably out there doing this to other people. But I know that I was blessed enough to have it all live streamed, you know what I'm saying? That's going to eventually convict them. So I'm going to go ahead and file the civil lawsuit. If they take me to trial tomorrow, I don't give a fuck about the state anymore. Fuck this state. Whatever. I'll give the money back to the state. I'm just such a fucking bitch because like I am, like whatever. I lay down to what father. He tells me to be charitable. Like instead of getting myself an attorney or my son an attorney, I pay the ministry off. I do things like that just because that's how I joined the military at 17, said, okay, I'll give my life for, I just can't help it. It's my biggest, look, I'm potentially going to jail and I'm not going to go to jail because I'm trying to help my son. I'm trying to go after my son. It's just the same thing over and over. So I don't know, man. I'm just confused how they even can take this to trial because they don't have the burden of proof. And I know that. I still have the right of affirmative defense. My son, none of them, they wouldn't be struggling right now. They wouldn't be struggling at all. They're both millionaires. I just wished I had a better way to say that. They would be not struggling. They would have their lives back. My son did not only do his probation once, but twice, and I can prove that. She came and worked with him to make sure he wasn't going to get in trouble because she wanted to. He came and was going to build a house here. We were all working on this. He even moved all of his, fast cars, selling that to do a Jeep to come out here and live off. He was coming here. How does he just disappear? The state stories don't add up. The state police tell me he went missing in September, but I have him on phone in October, recorded here. I have all this recorded, but they won't look into the case. It's just, it's mind numbing, so. Why would the state having burden of proof stop them from bringing case? I thought they had burden of proof, but must make that they have to prove you guilty. I suppose proves you proving yourself innocent. Now, what the burden of proof, Marissa, means is if there's any doubt even doubt before trial, again, that they don't have the burden that there's not a conviction that they can't convict you. That's not right. The state they can't do that. They have to have more than reasonable doubt. We've got a preponderance, not the preponderance, that's in a civil case. I apologize. But they do have the burden of proof to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. If they don't have that, they can't take it to trial. Oh, it can be proved in a trial. Well, no, if they don't have enough, they shouldn't be taking it to trial to begin with. And my attorney has already told me, that's not hindering prosecution and that's not interfering with the piece. That's all bogus charges already. So what the fuck am I doing? Why am I, tripping out about not having the 5,000 tomorrow when I've already shelled out over 100,000, in the last 16 months, just another, tens of thousands just in the last couple of months. And, that was my gold and silver. That's what kind of ticks me off. Not that it's about that, but if I'd have just held the money right now, I'd have that $5,000 from when I gave it to him. Precious metals have gone up. I sold it at 33. Silver's gone up $10 an ounce. I sold like another 30 or 40 pounds of silver. It's probably more than that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fretting over it, but I had to get it. They were going to throw me in jail in a 6 month, that's whatever. So I don't know. I'll learn tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you this. If they set a trial date tomorrow, I am going to sue the federal government, which I know I have their ass in a sling. I know I do. Because I know I've worked for the fucking government. I know I was a police officer, veteran police officer in the military. I understand the law. Okay, I'm very well versed in a constitutionalist, not some fucking sovereign citizen. I take an oath to the people. I did it at 17. It says defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Do not quit your post until properly relieved. We have domestic enemies on the homeland. It's called our crooked fucking system, our crooked fucking cops. We're supposed to be standing up to this. I'm not going to let them convict my son. I said I'd fight to the death to keep my son from going to prison. Maybe not, by my actual hands, but probably my stupid fucking ass trying to serve others got him killed because he told me to take all those precious metals and go. Don't stay here any longer. Go. Like I just spent enough to get a double cab Tacoma and have some more money. What a real fucking truck with it. Not this $2,000 truck that I have in it. That's a fine truck. It works. I don't need fancy, but something for the dogs. Okay. And I listened to him. And that money is probably what ended up killing him. That precious metals is why Marshall killed him, over his debt that he had with Marshall. Your son argued with me the whole way home. How come I didn't find that out until a year later? Because Marshall whacked him right there. And when I went back to get my dog, where he wouldn't get my dog mats later, and he said he had my silver, 40 pounds of silver plus the gold that bailed Elijah out. He said that Adriana had it now. And he never said that. And I have all the proof, all the phone conversations, and then he flips the script. And I said, I'm going to talk to Adriana one day, Marshall. And, I'm going to find out if you have that gold or not, or silver, because you said you had it the whole time, but I just want to get my dog and go. And that's where I think he kidnapped her, brought her down there. And that's the end. They've been gone. And that's why there has been no contact with them. And nobody's contacted me. And I don't know how anybody in their damn family doesn't even give a fuck about them. That they don't even, his mom don't give a fuck. His mom actually I think the fucking police went and intimidated his mom. Brothers, sisters, listen to this. Just hear me out for 1 second. You know what I'm saying? His mom took and gave all his shit from her house to his stepdad that did some horrible things that I told you that she had done to him. And he was supposed to be protecting him from her. So anyway, she brings all his shit to her house. Now she won't answer my calls. She won't even think my messenger. I think the cops came over because they came to her house looking for Elijah. This is fucking so obvious, brothers, sisters. This is so obvious. So if tomorrow because I'll get another, once I hire a civil lawsuit attorney, they're going to look into all this now. They'll have an investigator. They'll want the hundreds of millions of dollars. They'll say, okay, well, we'll give you 30 million. Will you settle for that from 100 million? I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. I don't want the money. I needed to have it put into a fund for the ministry only. I don't want it in my name. I don't want the money. I'll figure out how to put it back, put in the ministry's name, and this will do a full transfer of this land over and do all the paperwork at one time so we can never have this land taxed too. Because if we get it over full to the ministry, they can't tax it. And I don't need to make 501c3 because it's paid off. We don't need people to fund anything and get tax breaks. It's here, it's paid off. If people want to add, they can just do it out of charity. We don't need 501c3 funding in this ministry. I don't need it. I already would have done it, but I'm trying to make sure that I can do this all at one time because I have to have my mission statement, all this. It's a lot to take it is, and I'm trying with all this other stuff. I would already had it done. I just have all this case going with all these other things. So that's going to get done. And like I said, then I can take the funds and put them into something else, for the ministry. Half of it's going to go to Grace and Truth, or not, maybe not half, but I'm going to give Grace and Truth a massive chunk of money because Brother John wants to build those, housing out there. And I want him to be able to secure the legacy, to be able to continue to send those CDs out until this whole shit show goes to kapoof, if that's not going to be for a while. So it's going to take him, it takes him $1 million every year just to fund that ministry. 1 million every year. So millions to him ain't going to be like a million would be to me. Remember, I don't have the funding or whatever. I don't have the overhead he has. I own everything. He doesn't own anything, so that's what I'm saying. So we'll just take the money and support it. And I'll make sure that the lawsuit attorney does all this and they'll do the logistics. And I'm fine with that. Remember, I'll set myself up a retirement fund. I might take $1 million. I can spend $1 million for 5 lifetimes, 10 lifetimes. I don't need that kind of money. I'm a minimalist. Like I said, I don't use the things you guys use. I don't do what you guys do, and that's fine. All I plan on is being on the road and just being on the road. So remember, if I'm on the road and I go hang out in Paraguay, I'm going to be at Elsa's place for 2 or 3 days, and she's going to put me up. And I'm not saying that she would. I'm sure she would, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to do the dishes, mow the lawn or whatever, not have to be clean up, but I'm going to be on the road, and people are going to offer me, I'm sure, a dinner or two, and I'm not saying that they would or have to. I'm just saying, I'm sure as I travel, my expenses aren't going to be as much as many because I want to go church. I want to hang out with the kids and church with the kids and hang out for a day, go see a waterfall, go see some ruins, go see some. I already talked to Kevin about this, and I think he's getting hot to trot on this too. He understands, so I'm a minimalist, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take up a whole bunch when, I don't want extravagance things. I just want to hang out with the body, this ministry and go travel the whole world because this is a worldwide ministry. It's all 180 countries. So there's people, I have 180 countries to visit. So I got a whole long time to, what I'm saying, because it is his bride is in all 180 countries. So this is the gospel needs to be shared amongst, I'm certain that everybody, I mean, come on, this is the internet. It's not a new thing, but with 22,000, the backup channels, and then the TikTok, there's subscribers from all 180 countries. And so I'm sure once I got out on the road and I would see that I would be filming these things. I even talked about that. I want to talk to you about this too. If this goes away, brothers, sisters, okay, and they drop these charges, okay, that means I can drive across the border with my passport, okay, if things happens, like maybe tomorrow, something will happen. I don't know. I ain't banking on anything because making plans, Father will crush them. But if I can drive across the border, I'm not going to have a phone anymore, brothers, sisters. So, I'd probably go back to doing content, and I might actually try to do this by using other people's phones. I know that sounds silly, but I can ask somebody and log in and use their phone and say, can I, pay him? Can I upload on your phone for, half an hour or something, but do channel content? I don't mean to take this away from you, but I was talking to Kevin. I want to get rid of my phone. If I don't have any commitments, and I have to walk away from my son, I just don't want the phone anymore. I already know what's coming. I already know what's happening. I already know the future first because I'm not a prophet, because I know it's in the scripture, So what I thought I could do is just check in certain spots, go into the cities and stuff and do content. Hey, I'm here, guys, or whatever. Or, hey, can I use your phone? I'm a content creator here. I'll film it. Hey, I'm out here doing this and I'm doing this, but I don't want a phone anymore. I don't want to carry a phone. I don't want it. I don't want this phone. I want to disattach from this phone. So I can still produce content throughout at different locations. I told Kevin, hey, go over here, hang out over there, or come with me, and I got to go to some Kinko's in the city or something, get on their computer and do you guys some channel content. I'm not just going to disappear. I will still check in, but I just don't want to own this phone anymore. It's not that I don't love you, and this would be the only reason I have it, brothers, sisters, because of you now. What I'm saying? If this court stuff gets taken care of and I have no, you know, I don't want this phone anymore. I can still use the internet. I can check in. I can stick, you know, guys, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, you know, and I'm sure you guys will let me use your phone. Hey, I'm at Sabrina's, you know, up in Canada, and here I'm high with Sabrina. Hi, guys, you know, and Sabrina will let me use her phone, or Elsa let me use her phone or something. And I can live stream for your guys' phones, man. I don't want a phone anymore. I don't want to own this phone anymore ever again. I don't want a phone. I really wish I could just throw it away right now. I just never talk. But it's you guys is the only reason. And obviously I have this court stuff, but once that's over, man, I really don't need this phone anymore. You guys are my only reason I have this phone. I mean, I'm serious. So I need to let it go, man. I don't have to let you go though, because I can still check in with tech. Does that make sense? I think I could do it, guys. And I still think I can be a content creator and still even, you know, yeah, I just want to set it down. I just want to set the phone down for a while. Maybe I'll get another one later or something, but I need to get the phone out of my hands and just, you know, that's what I was trying to tell Kevin. Look, man, we need to go when we leave. Remember, everybody's evil. Don't talk about this America shit no more. Nothing about Trump, nothing about this shit. We can still talk about not the political side. We can say that, you know, he represents the seventh king and all that, but we don't have to be the America talk. I don't want to talk about America ever again. And my phone will help me do that. And when I go to other countries, nobody cares about Charlie Kirk. Fucking nobody cares about fucking MAGA idiots, you know, idiots that, you know, Donald Trump decorates his house with Satan, the sun god, and then you get dumb fucks like this that come in and wouldn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Maggots, you know. Same thing, two cheeks to the same hole. No matter what's Biden, he let the bite in, right? It's you know, it's their loss. I don't want to think about it ever again. I'll never have to deal with a fucking MAGA idiot. No, there's no maggots outside of America, right? You know what I'm saying? It'll just help my life a lot. I've served this country. I've served the right. It sucks to see what happens in this country. You got people like Trump 2028. Are you one of those dumb fucks there? Are you Trump 2028? Put it in here before you go. Oh, good. I'll say, now, guys, doesn't that scare the fuck out of you? They don't care about people's constitutional rights. That should make your whole spine quiver all the way to your soul, all the way up and down like a freaking, and just shock you from, you know, we don't care about your rights, you know. I don't think I need it. I hear you, Marissa, but I just don't need it. I just don't need it. You guys are the only reason I have this phone. You're the only reason I have this phone right now. I have that legal thing, and I kept it for my son, but I remember I gave up my phone for a little while. My son, I was using my son's phone, and I still did some content, and I still, you know, but I was doing channel content, and not live stream. So I don't want to disappear from lives. I think I can live from other people's phones, use the phone and, you know, figure out how to log into their phone and log off. So I'm not getting anybody's, but, you know, use other people's phones. You know, I don't care about an emergency situation. I want to die then. To be honest with you, Marissa, if I'm going to get in that situation, I just want to fall into it. Back to who I really am. So, but speak to me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, no, Marissa, the whole idea, listen, that's what I'm saying. I plan on being on the road the whole time. I could probably keep up with you on a regular basis because I don't want to do this American nun shit anymore. I apologize. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to, like, hey, I'm here. I'm at the Mayan ruins, guys. You know, oh, I'm hanging out with Marissa. Check this out. You know, look at this stuff. You know, oh, yes. Hey, you want to say hi, Marissa? No, they're not, you know. And even if I showed up to people's houses, some people aren't going to want to be on live and stuff. I know that, but, you know, I should be able to travel around and everybody's got a phone, remember? Oh, I love my tracking device. Oh, what, honey? What's wrong? I love my tracking device. What do you mean tracking device? What the hell was wrong with you? What are you, Edward Snowden? Well, honey, I left my iPhone at home. Oh, I thought we had Androids. They don't need to chip us. We all got a phone. There's a phone within earshot, eye shot. So you see somebody, they got a damn phone. Think about it. Everybody's got a fucking phone. Bam! That's why I want to get rid of it too. Remember what Israel did? They can spark that thing, that nuke on that phone to why you can't take your battery. Bam! Don't forget what they did. I don't want. Move around here. I'm going to get these dogs fed first. All right. You can keep our stream going. Don't forget, you guys think that happened. They got cellular
anything that a lithium battery. I figured out what it was. Anything that a lithium battery in it, they can hit it with that cellular Elon Star Stinky Muskrat's tech. And then they can bam your phone at any time they want, because that's why you can't take your battery out of your phone anymore. You guys hungry? You guys hungry, kids? Oh, he's hungry, boy. I heard that. He's a good boy, Mr. Bonbon. Dad loves the Bobo. Dad loves the Bobo. Puppy gravy. So that could happen to any one of us, brothers, sisters. So it'd be nice to get rid of that thing and not blow your balls off. A lot of people lost a lot of appendages and stuff when that happened, Rose. So you might want to go look at what happened. Some of those people carrying it in their pants and up against their face when it happened, and keep forgetting that it did. But it did happen. And it could happen to any one of us at any time via satellite, Starlink, Mr. Stinky Muskrat. Could do that to any one of us. Roger, send me grid coordinates. You know anything about a UAW? Okay, let's go feed the chickens. And we'll give the kitties a little bit more. No, there's not that. I'm going to trial, Marissa. We're going to trial. There's no probable cause here, and that's all. They're going to trial. Taking a trial tomorrow. They signed an indictment for all that. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying, but they're not doing any of that. People are just do whatever they want. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm going to go put this coat on. It's a little windy and chilly out there. Chilly Billy. So, we'll see. But I'm going to sue them then, guys. I have to. Because I know that I can sue from outside this country. So, I plan on beating the case. They're not going to convict me. And if they do, I'll appeal it anyways to get the evidence looked at. So. Oh, look at all those pretty ladies. Look at all my pretty ladies. Hi, pretty girls. Ready for dinner? Ready for dinner, my little ladies? My pretty girls. You sure are the prettiest girls I ever did have. All right, let's get some. Hi, kitty boy. Hi, kitty boy. Are you hungry, boy? What are you doing, kitty boy? Come here. Come here, boy. Come here, buddy. Come here, I love you. Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hi, bud. You're the best kid that boy ever did have. You're the best boy. You're such a pretty boy. All right, let's get the chicken some food here. Oh, such a good kid. Oh, look at he's getting it, get it, get it, get it. Oh, you got all that all over, girl. I knew you were going to get in the way. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. No, they're not doing any of that, Marissa. They're just going straight to trial. These people do whatever they want in this county. Pretty girls. What are you doing, buddy? I hear you. You're my best guy. I put dinner up there, or did I not get you dinner? I'll go get you some fresh dinner. I'll get you some fresh dinner. Come on, Dad. I want some fresh dinner. Got 5 eggs today. Joe. What the heck was that? Huh. Oh, might have just been that roofing on there. All right, ladies will be all right. They're fed. They're fed. We're good. All right, we'll go back over to the cabin. So. Now, I'm sure, Marissa, I'm sure, I know, isn't that crazy? So, but look, Marissa, I'm sure they'll set something like what you're talking about, okay? Because they haven't even set it for trial at this point. So I'm not saying that they might not set something like that. And normally that's called a pre-trial hearing. You know, they'll do a pre-trial hearing. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, Joe. Why do you care about what you see? Get this dumb fuck out of here, Joe. All he cares about is what he sees. So we don't do Sunday in here. None of that shit. Sunday's pagan. Get the fuck out of here, you pagan. Seriously. What are you celebrating the Sabbath or something? You're a pagan. You're a heathen. So. So they'll set a preliminary hearing. You know what I'm saying? For the case to I'm sure, because you're going to want to try to do that. They do that. Listen, 98.5% of the time, it's 3% of cases go to trial. Then 1.5% take a deal at pre-trial. Okay. And they should already, they don't need to, you know, probably they should already have that before they ever take it to trial. You see what I'm saying? This is stupid. I hear what you're saying. The whole system's screwed now. They do whatever the hell they want sometimes. That's what they were doing to my son, trying to send him to prison for 7 years. That's why I had to hire John to begin with. So I'll figure it out. Like I said, if they take me to trial, I will sue them, period. I'm not going to back down on that. I said I was going to do it. The only reason I haven't done it already was because I don't want the taxpayer to pay for the criminal behavior of their law enforcement and public and community servants. It doesn't make sense to me. I am over it. I am over it. I am over it. After 16 months, they have drained me of every fucking thing I have, pretty much. Not that I have, but just, you know, it is what it is. It'll all work itself out. If they're going to take me to trial, I will sue them. I already made that decision. So I already told John that too. So he better be down there telling that district attorney, but he's not. He's just going to show up tomorrow in court and they're just going to set it for a trial date. Period. So they may have a preliminary pre-trial, but why would you even set it for trial, like you're saying, Marissa, without going to see that you had the, you know, the reasonable or, you know, the probable cause to begin with on the warrant. See, that's the way they do shit so backwards now. They do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? They do whatever they want now. If they did it to my son, they just sent him to prison without even having any evidence. You know, and that's why I had to jump in and hire John to begin with, because they were just going to railroad him here. They don't follow procedures in this county. You know what I'm saying? My attorney getting arrested? Oh, that might be Paul Palmer then. That might be Paul Palmer getting arrested. That might be John won't get arrested. You know, John's already been in trouble once from the board many years ago for standing the fuck up to them. So John is not, he knows how to play the game. He really, like I said, I know what John's doing. You know, like I said, it just sucks, guys. If I just had the $5,000, I'd just let him do what he needs to do, and I wouldn't worry about it. I'm gonna let John win in news. He said he can beat the case, so I understand what they're doing here. You know what I'm saying? I know it. So it's just a matter of $5,000 now. You know, and I could just put this shit behind me, and they'll probably set it for trial in about a month. And I'll finally have this behind me if they don't come out and kill me first or whatever. You know, so. And then, like I said, it is what it is. You know, I'm going to have to accept. And even if they convicted me, I don't care. I'd still appeal it. I have the right to appeal and all that. So I'm not ever be worried at all, you know, about, oh, I got convicted. If they railroaded me, I could still get it out and take it to federal court and file a appeal, you know, a right to appeal in a federal appellate court. And This case should already been at appellate court. It really should have been a change of a venue, and I already told John that. But whatever, they're going to do whatever they want here. You see that for the last 16 months. So like I said, they've drained me of every asset pretty much that I could get sold, and that's liquid for now. And so I'll just have to go there. And if I can't come up with the $5,000, then I'll just have to represent myself. And just to me, it just takes a big hit because I lost, so much. I could have kept the gold and silver and not worried about it. And I probably had enough now to even pay off that ministry down south. Gold and silver going up. It's going to continue to do what it's going to do. So, well, that's called a change of venue. So it's a change of venue. It's called jury bias, trial bias because of political, that somebody could be injured. I trade this to John. He's like, oh, change of venue is for because if you can't get a fair trial. I said, John, I understand change of venue. See, I've done change of venue. How many? Probably did 100, 200 hours of change of venue here on YouTube, just going over what change of venue is and how and the qualifications right here. Go look at it. They're up here on YouTube. I did the extreme risk order, the red flag gun law, and then they used it against me. I did all these videos. They're all up there. So I just have a tremendous amount of work here in this thing. So, yeah, I know. And Marissa, you run a major, major, major risk of representing yourself. You really do. I'm telling you, you run a major risk of representing yourself. It is almost anybody who ever represents themselves never wins. They can put you through so many technical, uh, you know. So it is what it is. At least I'll know tomorrow. I just bummed that it came down to $5,000, and if I didn't have $5,000, and it's like it kind of upset me earlier. A couple of the people from like Brother Ross and people. I can't believe nobody's contacted Brother Jim and said, hey. Tracy, he sent thousands. I'm not that. He sent thousands of people over to Grace and Truth. You can't help him out. You sent all that money out to all these other people. Brother Jim and probably one, say on his live stream, and could probably do that and mention it on his live stream and probably bring in $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 within a couple weeks. They tied $1 million to his ministry. Remember? I'm telling you, I don't care, and it doesn't matter. You guys on average tithe about $100 through the PayPal or whatever, every month or 2 months. He brings in what? Come on, 1 million times. You know what that is, and I bring in $100, maybe every 2 months, sometimes once a month. Like this month, I don't know if they're going to pay me again. I didn't get paid last month. Now, and because I think I got that bank card, they're going to hold my money or something. I don't know what they're going to do. So it just pisses me off because that's your money. I'm not pissed off. It's your money, and they take so much to begin with. So I don't do this for a living. I don't do this to make money. Obviously, I spend way more in time in here than ever. So, but it isn't about that. It's about, I really just wish somebody would have stepped up from the body and helped, in this case, because, I have assets. It's not like I'm not trying to take anything from money. I have a ton of assets that I can sell. It's just Father doesn't let anybody buy it. It's not because somebody else doesn't want to buy it. It's because Father won't let them. So, Father won't let them. So I wish I had, I just wish I had the money because then I just be done with this. It's done. I'm going to get whatever the hell I get. But no, I still got to be on a string here and figure it out. And, so whatever. Life is not Burger King. And I just know Brother Jim could have brought that together in one day. Brother Jim could put together $5,000 worth of stream if he just mentioned it. Hey, here's Pastor. He's out there, and so. But I still bring people over, and I'm still going to send people over to Grace and Truth. I never did it for any gains from that ministry. That's fine. That's why I kind of do this, what I do over here, and only just don't participate too in the live chat anymore because it's just not, so it's okay. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, right? I can't do anything about it. So I just know last time John said to me, Tracy, through Gina, I cannot proceed further in this case until I know you have the money and you're good for it, but until I have the money in my hands, I can't proceed further. So if he's going to push this out, because I asked him, hey, how long do you think it's going to take to get a trial? He said, not long. You've already waited, a long time. So he's going to probably push it out for a month. I bet you it'll be something that Father already scripturally does. It'll probably be, what is it? It's September, it'll probably be October 23rd. They'll set it out for 1 month or something. October 23rd, 1 month and 1 day, or something like that. It'll be something. It will come by it'll go by the number. Father will do it by the number. A date it'll make perfect sense to me when I look at the number. So, well, see what I'm saying, Zabrine, that sucks. I have assets, I just can't. I don't have cash for the assets, so it's not like I'm, like I said, in here begging people for fucking money. I just ask somebody, hey, can you help me? There's all kinds of different organizations that will help, and victims advocacy and GoFundMe's. There's lots of ways to support people without, actually, putting in the money yourself. You can find other ways to, and that's right. I wasn't expecting anybody to do that, so people do things organically. Like I said, the way I do things is I have a lot of good sex in my relationship, and so does my spouse. And we don't have to ask each other. It just works because it's organic. That's the only way I can relate to you on how I work as a person. I don't mean to take it to that. I'm just saying. I've always had a really good sex life because and it just works. I don't need to, even up to the end, it still works. I told you that. I don't pull that away. So I like the organicness of things. I don't like asking people for things. I will ask. Closed mouths don't get fed, but you know what I'm saying? There's some things that just have to work organically. And that's how I kind of want this to work. I don't want to push anything. It doesn't feel organic to me. I don't like things that aren't organic, man. Oh, what did I walk in? We're just comparing that. I like to have, things that are organic, meaning in a relationship, people normally struggle and fight over sex because somebody has to ask and somebody's not asking, and some things just work organically. That's what you walked in on. So grown ass fucking conversation, adult conversation going on in here. So, did that make sense? No. I like all things to be like that. I don't like to push things that people don't want on them. So that's not what I don't want to push anybody, like I said, to do something for me, because if you want to do something for me, you'll do it like charity. You won't ask or you won't say anything. You just do it. It happens. It works. So that's how I am. I try to be that way in life. I want to live I want one of the most organic lifestyles that I possibly can. So that's just one way I live like that. So I didn't expect anybody to do it. See, it just happens and nobody has to. So, but I really thought that somebody could get a hold of some kind of victim advocacy for my son and daughter. Fuck me. Fuck me. I don't care about me. What about my son and daughter? And that's the one that hurts. Is they live such small lives to themselves, quiet couple, and they just don't have any friends or family to help them out. It's just unbelievable. This case is, I'll be so ready to die, or whatever, 10 or 15 years, when I don't even know how this will work out, but how, when I could just put this behind me and look back and go, oh my God, it took me 8 years to get custody of my son, hundreds of thousands of dollars to finally get to where I got a solution. And, actually after using all those attorneys and representing myself and all that, it just took Elijah to go talk to a judge. And the judge is like, look, that he's not going with his mom anymore. She's saying that he's manipulated him. He don't say the shit he's saying by being coaxed by the father. That's organic, and he's going back to his dad. Holy fuck, what the fuck just happened in the last 8 years was, and so some things take a long time to come to fruition for me, or they'll go a long time and I won't even get anywhere. It'll all been worthless. So I love you. 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 I know. I love you. I just do. Pants, would you stop it? You are harassing me. You are literally harassing me. I am paying attention to him, and you have literally pushed yourself onto me like a piece of magnet. You're a magnetic puppy. Yeah. Would you stop it? He's magnetic, man. The dog is magnetic. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're getting a weasel. Stop it, crazy puppy dog. Oh, you don't have to stop being crazy. Stop taking the dad. So, I don't know. So, it's all no tomorrow, brothers, sisters. Like I said, the worst thing that ended up happening is I'll have to represent myself I'll ask for John for my money back, and I'll lose, another $10,000 or $15,000. And I probably won't get, and I just will be bummed that was the precious metals, because the precious metals would be worth probably a third or more than just when I gave the money to him, and sold the precious metals. I could probably have, not twice as much, but silver's gone up $10 and gold's gone up, it's at an all-time high. It's, per ounce it's gone up. So, and sold 30 or 40 pounds of silver again. So, well, I never sold silver in my life. It's always been stolen from me. So, well, I'm a little nervous again, but I'll be okay. I just know they're going to set it for a hearing, and I know once this happens, I'm going to change my attitude, and I'm not going to look back. I need to go immediately and go to file a civil lawsuit, and don't wait at all. I've already given you guys plenty of opportunity, the same thing, to help me. And if you didn't help me, that's okay. Hey, here, you need some fucking money, you're struggling, just take this goddamn fucking SWAT raid and show it to an attorney and say, nope, habeas corpus, nobody's filed on his behalf. They're going to want that money. They're going to want that money. They're going to see hundreds of dollars, millions of dollars. They go, okay, we'll defend him. Oh, he took a grenade to the face. Oh, they grenaded his son and daughter. They can't do that. That's use of force. No. That's civil. That's a Fourth Amendment violation. That's cruel and unusual violation. That's a Fifth Amendment violation. There's all these civil violations, which will allow me to put criminal. See, and I didn't want to do that for all these 15 months, because the taxpayer in Oregon is going to have to pay for that. And that's a shitty thing to do to the taxpayer. It's me that's making the taxpayer fucking pay. And I can't stand the thought of it. I've avoided it for this long. Instead of, I could be rich and not worry about it. No, I'm going to do it the organic way. Like I said from the beginning, I'm going to do it the organic way. So I've given these people this long to drop this case, and told them, I won't sue you if you'll just drop this fucking case against me and my son, and walk the fuck away, and I won't sue you. I have hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what I'm saying. My son is literally a millionaire because of all the hours that they enslaved him to the fucking probation system, that I have proof that he did. They just don't want to look at it. Adriana was kidnapped. That it was a kidnapping, not an illegal arrest. That's still illegal detainment, is still suable. Okay, they accosted her body without warrant. That is fucking a violation of her fourth, fifth, cruel and unusual punishment. They hit her in the fucking. I can't believe when I looked in that motor how tiny it is. That must have rocked their fucking worlds inside that motorhome being grenaded. So they're both wealthy. If they're alive, they're wealthy. So why aren't they? So I'm gonna sue them. Fuck it. I gotta stop being such a softy and caring about other people all the time. It's what causes me to have all these goddamn problems that I have. Like I said. Remember, Elijah's bail was $130,000 fucking bail, so yeah, whatever. What a fucked up country and a fucked up system. Oh. But oh well, we'll know tomorrow, right? We'll figure out. So what do you want? Anybody want to take a guess on the court date? He's quickly, because I've been already waiting so long. I don't think they're going to postpone it. I was going to tell him postpone it for 6 months and take off, brothers, and go take a vacation is what I was going to do. But whatever, if he wants to set the court date for, that's what he said. You've already waited this long. So I kind of already threw a date out there for you guys where I thought, I don't know what you think. Maybe be in November. Maybe they'll go a couple months out or something like that. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to just get my son taken care of. All right, now you're being a little freaking bland there, lady. I need you to pick a date, not the week of, if you can. So I think it'll be somewhere in that week too. About a month out or whatever. So, all right, I'll let you out. Fire. No, wait a minute. You guys are in and out, man. I'm telling you what. You are like having a freaking talking on a string here, huh? So we got some peaches here. Moving to the country. Gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Only got one guess, huh? Oh well. Really good peach. Or not peach, nectarine. Watery. Juicy. So only one answer. We only got one guess. Oh well. Just one guess. I'm leaking here. Oh, plate up here. A lot of plate up here. Oh, man, it's juicy. It's just dripping. A date of the trial. I was thinking what date the trial is going to be. That was good. You got me. Well, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, I'm just spending my last day. I don't think they'll arrest me or anything tomorrow. I don't think anything like that will happen, but I shouldn't say it because you never know. But it's supposed to be setting a hearing date. So they will have a pre-trial hearing. So there'll be 2 dates. I'm sure they'll set tomorrow because they'll set a hearing date and a pre-trial date. So they won't just set one date. They'll set a trial date and then a pre-trial, kind of like what Marissa was saying earlier, similar too, but you need to get 5G, bro. You need to stick it up your ass, you dumb fuck. 5G's a weapon, you piece of shit. Goddamn 5G pusher on everybody. You push 5G on people like drugs. 5G's a weapon, you dumb fucking idiot. Get out of here. Can you see this? Well, at least I've been here before. Remember, I already went to the pre-trial thing with Paul Palmer. So I've been here before once, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like, but this time I actually have an attorney. So again, what I'm thinking in my just humble, opinion here and my experience in the case is they're going to set it for a pre-trial hearing and then, a trial date. And at the pre-trial hearing, they'll drop this fucking case. So I come up with $5,000 before tomorrow, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I'll figure it out, whatever. Then I think I'll be all right. So I think they'll set the trial out for October 23rd. So I don't know what day it is. What day is October 23rd? Because they do it normally on Mondays. So I don't know what my calendar date on their Julian, Gregorian, pagan, lunar calendar months. So I don't know what date that is. I think maybe a Wednesday because Lady in Red said Thursday. Okay, I was trying to figure it out with your weekend. Your weekend do the days on that, so Thursday probably not. 23rd. What's the next date after that? What's the next Monday? What's the next Monday? That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 4 more days. 23rd, 24th, 28th, 28th. Okay, 88, 28. Maybe it's 88. I'm not sure. Everything on this case has been 1 and 3. I've already done the numbers on this case, how all the numbers work on this case. This case is 33, 13. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be over 490 days, brothers and sisters. Imagine that. It'll be over 490 days. It'll be almost like 5 or 6. It'll almost be 2 years, man. As hard as that, I believe it almost been 2 years since they SWAT raided this house, since I've seen my son, man. It's not, but it is by the time this catches up, or whatever. I mean, I can't believe how much time has already passed. Wow. What a crazy, crazy couple years almost here. Well, year and a half, it's already been 16, on a month 17, almost 8. See, it's almost been a year and a half, so for sure. But, on that, damn, they extended any further. See what I'm saying? Feels like it's been forever since I've seen my son now and my daughter. Well, thanks for doing the numbers with me. November 3rd. Okay. Elijah's birthday is the 4th. We don't do birthdays, so it'll be a Tuesday. That's a Monday. Okay. Tuesday. Huh. Interesting. Could very well be. Who knows? Who knows with Father what he's going to do? In this case, there's been nothing that's even remotely close to being normality. Like, what the hell is going on here? So, um, oh, come on, get here. Oh, how much more I can take, guys? I don't have no. I'm not gonna be able to take too much more of this freaking stalling me out here. I'm trying to keep my freaking head above water here. No, my head's drowning. I don't have my head above water. Trying to get my head above water. Oh, maybe take me a couple bong rips here for the moment. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Okay, cool. October 13th. Interesting. I don't think they could set it out that quick, right? Because it's but they might. They could. If John's, I think they're going to, like I said, I think John's just a handler at this point for the system, and they've already contacted John, and he's just going to push this case through until the end. Because I already told you, if they lose the case, which they won't win the case because they don't have the burden of proof, that means they're now liable for illegal prosecution. They illegally prosecuted me then. When they lose the case, because they charged me, that means they illegally prosecuted me, right? Yes. So, once again, it don't make sense. I feel like I'm talking myself in circles on this, but because I know it doesn't make sense. It's just like, this is the stupidest thing ever, man. This whole case is just, somebody could write a book about this and be like, dude, this is the craziest movie ever you've ever seen in your life. You'd never think this could happen to somebody. Every time he tried to get his son help, he got arrested, he got shot, whenever he got the whole case would be like, dude, this isn't even a movie, dude. What kind of movie is that? It's a horror, thriller, suspense, terror, but it's darn, oh well. And a love story because I love Father. I do, no matter how much he beats me. I still love him. It's one of those things. It's a love-hate kind of relationship with me and him, I guess. So I love him and he hates me. That's how it works. We all know we've been in that kind of relationship before. Wow, there's rosin on that. So tasty. Riders on the storm. To this house we're born. I can't wait to die, guys. I cannot wait to die. I'm so excited about death. I'm so excited about going to be with Father and getting out of this meat suit for a while. He'll come back. You get it back for a while, but it's going to be a while. But Don't trip. It's okay. Doesn't that sound awesome? The wedding feast of the lambs. Will you have your name called out in that book? Only those who fear the Lord will have their name written in the book of remembrance. You know about the book of remembrance? You know there's more than just the book of life or the book of judgments, right? I don't know anybody who knows about the book of remembrance. So he said, fear no man who could take your flesh. Only fear who could take your flesh and your soul. And that, oh man. Oh, Father, make this end soon. The whole life is, I've been so much bounty. Why do you got to keep me here? You give me more bounty and more suffering. You got to take the good with the bad. That's how it works, right? If those dogs want back in already, I'm going to freaking be silly dogs, man. Oh no, that's not my dogs. That's Kevin's dogs. All right, just a little pause for the cause here. Now that tastes like it's live rosin, so it's got so much terpene in it. It just tastes lovely. It tastes like flowers. Oh, I'll turn the light on here. There we go. We can see something. You're so dark. You're so dark. I know. The eye is the lamp of the body. So, do you think this country will be on lockdown before I can leave? Put a 1 in the chat if you think yes. Put a 2 in the chat if you think no. Let's say this all gets taken care of. Next month, the month after. You think this country will be in full lockdown by then? We already have 25 states that have the. Yeah, I know, huh? Darn, thanks for your honest answer. I don't think I'm getting out of here, man. I think we're going lockdown pretty soon, guys. So, it is what it is. I don't think I'm getting out of here, but that's okay. I think we're going on, 50 states here in the next month or two. It's just the way it's going to happen. So it's okay. I'll stay here with you guys anyways, I guess. You're stuck here in the belly of the beast. Sometimes I feel like I've been locked out of heaven for so long. Okay, sorry. Some Bruno Mars out here, huh? Locked out of heaven. But 24 karat magic. Oh, sorry. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this country in 2 months, guys. I think this country is going to be in lockdown, not meaning that you can't. I just don't think I'll let anybody in and out of the country, and then they're going to checkpoint you at all corners and not. You'll still move, but you're not going to move without being tracked. And Trump just said they executive order federal agents can stop you and ask you for a passport. Here we go, Nazi Germany, brown shirts all over again. I told you they're doing this World War II equals World War III. So Father will put me wherever he wants me, but I think it's not going to be the end of the world. But they still have to pull their false flag, and their false flag is this Project Blue Book, which involves this tech and the new monetary system and getting rid of this old oil tech system and destroying the old and bringing in the new system. And it's already happening. And it's not like it's not, but there'll be a pinnacle event that will, be one, solar flare, EMP. It doesn't have to be nefarious. It could be the sun. It could be a satellite. It could take a domestic terrorist attack. It could be, a faction within the country. We're one from being in lockdown. They locked us down because of a virus, and that's not even alive. So I'm sure if they think an alien's alive, then they'll lock us down because of aliens. Fallen angel technology. These people are going to fall for it, man. That's what this Project Blue book is about. Go read it. So this stuff's been out for decades. Been on and off this dark web studying these people's white papers for decades. So I got the playbook. So that's why I've got such, because my body wants to get the fuck out of here. I want to be in America. And if I get stuck here, I will. There's going to be people going to get stuck here too. They got to make it work here. So but there's just better places than here. That's all. Some people are going to have to stay here. And I understand that. I don't want to abandon the people here. That's why I pay this ministry off so people can come here. Even if I leave, they get a hold of me, they'll be able to fucking come here. You're not going to make it unless you are on the surface of this. I've been saying that on this platform for a dozen years. You will not make it on the surface of this rock. You better start going back down to that core temperature and figure out how to make a life work above and below. And two, you're going to have to get down into the core temperature of this rock because they've done it before. There's massive chasms, and that's what they're planning for. That's what they're getting ready for. People don't see the whole nothing's happening. They got fucking military in 25 states in this country. Shut the fuck up. They know exactly what's happening. I already told you what's happening. It's the weakened magnetosphere. The sun's going to punch us and put us in nuclear winter by volcanism or something nefarious. And it's going to take the lights out. When the lights go out, that's when the new tech comes out. I already got this all in their papers, brothers and sisters. This is not something that I'm guessing. Operation Paperclip brought that top head NASA scientist over from, Svasti, from all this has been in Operation, Nanook, Operation Paperclip, Operation Mockingbird to take over the media, the water, the air, to control this whole, spinning ball 2025 to get to the Eagle Maps, where at the end of 2025, most of the people who are of Christian faith are gone on this rock. No more Christians. Good. I hate Christians. Well, not the Christians, the sin they commit. They're swine. They're heathens, and they're Satanists. And this placebo effect is going to go after this, brothers and sisters. It's why your phone is what you're talking. It's what these Deagle's maps line up with. Remember, look at the nations. They're predominantly European or, Catholic or Christian or whitey, whatever you want to call it. Kim said, I know you're not going to like this, Tracy, but I see what you're saying. The whitey nation. Yeah, the Christians. So America is minus 200 plus million people in the next 3 months. Are you going to be one of those that survives? Probably not. Not by numbers, probably not. So I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it's a bunch of bullshit and people come back here and make me eat crow. But I didn't get the last one wrong, did I? I didn't get it completely right, but how many people are laying dead in the ground that could have came here to the ministry and not been laying dead in the ground? All of them. Every one of them that heard this message didn't hear my message, and they're laying there dead in the ground right now. And that's not up to me because their day of death is already written, but it breaks my heart every fucking day that I put myself out there and nothing happened. No, it did. It did. I didn't get it exactly. And I'm not, this one too. I mean, I'm not going to get it, but I'm going to get this one. This one's easier to pick. The other one was a plausibility. This one's been going on for fucking, since, thousands of years ago. Like we're in the 6th extinction event right now that you guys for every day forget, oh, I'm living during an extinction event. Yep. You're living during the, 5th turning of the 400-year cycle. You're living within a 6,000 years into a 90,000-year cycle. You are in the 12,000. Remember, half cycle was 6,000 years ago when he flooded this rock. Now we're in the 12,000-year extinction 6. This happened at the conjunction at the Revelation 3 and 11. The virus. 12, 21, 2020. At the that's when we started the whole bug thing, right? That year or so. That was the start of the reset, the start of the new age. It's all lines up. The extinction event, the 12,000-year cycle, the fifth turning. It's all, see, for me, I know what this is coming because it's something they knew of thousands of years in advance, but you have to know the celestial markers in the firmament and not get played by their trickery too, because they can control the stars. It says the stars can be corrupted. That's why I showed you their Alice symbol. That's why they put that on the U.S. debt calculator. Remember, the work of this ministry, the work I have done in collaboration with others' content, I have been able to show you what exactly they've done. This fake, 7. Remember, I have this tattooed on my body. This is on my body. I put something that nobody else has. I have things that nobody else on this rock has. And I don't care. I got it right, didn't I? Yes, I knew that was something, and it ended up being exactly what I told you it was. So 7 Salems, 11 Ninevehs, 2 Ark, Texas, and 2 Rapture, Indianas, baby. The sun goes the wrong way for 3 days, making an aleth negation, cancellation of the corporation where the dragon will be consumed. Yes? No, the child will be consumed by the dragon. He got it backwards. Yes. Blockchain, because remember, Christ has the key to the pit, and it's on a chain. That's why they blockchain you. Blockchain, digitally tracked and traced, credit scored, tokenized communism coming, baby. The dragon for all nations, not just Jews, but Jews and Gentiles. Are you ready to get in your bubble camps? They're getting under the ground. As is above, so is below. Mr. Stinky, stinky glass holes with the millimeter waves. Trump millimeter waves and stinky glass holes. Remember? They got it. They're going to put robots from above and robots below to get you in their camps. Oh my God, there's robots coming out of the sky. They're aliens. Aliens is 2 words. Remember, alien is a word. Father is the word. You call Father an alien. I think he's going to be quite pissed because he doesn't have flesh. You're telling me an alien has flesh. Father doesn't have flesh. Now you're telling me Father has flesh. No, he doesn't. Now you're calling him an alien. I'm sending these 2 witnesses, and Father's going to have my back, I'm sure, when he sends Shiloh. Fuck you, twice. Yeah, no gasoline, no Vaseline. There ain't no reach around here. Done with you. Now you get off your knees. I know when I've been licked. Get out of here. I ain't playing. Homie, don't play that. Seriously. Everything to me, man. These people don't care about this at all. They don't care about none of this. All happening right in front of their face. The old 923 rituals I told you. The World War II equals World War III. 1945 equals 2025. They've been putting this on show since thousands of years ago. They've known of these cycles, the Yuga cycles, the debt cycles, the celestial cycles. Remember, there were signs. Remember the signs to know the cycles. There'll be signs in the star, sun, and moon for Genesis, times, and season. Matthew, right? Stars, sun, and moon. Notice no planets. No planets. No spinning planets. Planet of the Apes or monkeys, whatever you want to call it. Who gave us the jamboree? We need to pull the, not the bear jamboree. That's my, that's the disc attorney now. Paul Charles. He looked like one of those bear jamborees from the Disney character with a round. I don't mean to go that, but lots of around. Think about what 500-pound dude. So, don't ever show your face in Orange County. Orange County, California. Where you at? I was born in the fucking valley, born on the hill in the valley. That will walk through the shadow. Right? No, I walk in the shadow of the valley of death. Californication. What a disgusting state that has become, guys. Seriously, whatever. It's all politics, anyways. They're all part of the same cheeks to the same hole. So, I'll tell you, why don't you come here, riot? You want to try to incite a riot or something, violence? You ain't shit to me, bitch. I'm the big daddy up in here. I'm the dog. Now sit down. I said I'd get off. Yep, you get off your knees now. I know what I've been licked. So, where are you at, punk? I am off Walled Road in Silver Lake, Oregon, next to the Table Rock, the icon of the valley. What are you, Pyru or something? No, you're not. You're a fake funk. That's all you are, is a keyboard warrior. So go cry on somebody else's shoulder, punk. Listen here, man. I'll make you dig holes out here. I already got a hole for you. Maybe we can put you upright like a fence post. Stand you upright like a peg. Peg you to a pole. Nail you to a tree. Right? Is that why they hang niggers from trees? White niggers, black niggers, brown niggers, red niggers, and yellow niggers. Hey, they got blue ones too, right? Canaanites. So people are idiots. Pick a fight you can't win. Father fights all my battles for me, and no weapon formed you shall prosper. He said, if I love him. He said, you come against me one way, right? And you will flee 7 ways. You sure you want to choose that? I just told you where I'm at. I ain't playing. Homie, don't play that. I was born right there, Orange County. No, I was born in the valley. Punk! What are you, a wrestler? Listen here, snap into a Slim Jim, punk! That's all right, that's a good word. Listen here, you pencil neck geek. No. Just don't ever show your face in Orange County and you'll be safe. Shut the fuck up. Those who say peace and safety, you little biatch. Sudden destruction will come upon those who. Thanks for keeping them in here. Let me toy with them. My moderators are just letting me toy with you. You know, you're just taking that carrot on a string, just dangling it right in front of their Orange County like an orange carrot or like a golden carrot. Listen here, silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. You won't make shit from Shinola. You ain't nothing in Orange County. You ain't doing nothing for the Lord. You ain't doing nothing for the Most High. You're just spitting dog shit in here. Remember, I told you I'm the big dog. Sit down, bitch. Know your role. Shut your hole. I already told you, get up off your knees. I know when I've been licked and you're still hanging out here. To Orange County. I don't give a fuck where you're at. You can find out where I'm at. Just call the cops. They know exactly. I live at the icon of this valley. You want to pick a fight with me? You're an idiot. God's the big dog, not you. No, I'm the shepherd. You're an idiot. You're a goat is what you are, a riot. It's a riot. It's kind of funny. You're a riot. You know, that's pretty fucking funny. Like a riot, like a laugh. Or you inciting violence kind of right. You have no fucking dialect. You know that? You're like alien dialect. You want to test or something here? Like you actually know what the fuck you're talking about or something? I'm coming here, dude. I could fucking run all over you. I can tell you more about Orange County. I can tell you more about the fucking valley. I can tell you more about California. Fuck you, you fucking buster. That's what you are. You ain't no fucking no wannabe and a gonna be is 2 different fucking things. I grew up fucking on the streets, you know, having a my lunch money. I'm a lot older than you, little boy, little dog. You're just a little Richard, right? You're just a little dick. One of them little wiener dogs. Don't tell me who Father is. You don't know the Most High God. Well, it's a title. Remember, I said know your own. Shut your hole. Oh, I'm in Orange County. What is that supposed to mean? I'm going to come to Orange County? Fuck you, you idiot. Well, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to Father. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Father. So stop being such an idiot. Grow up, man. You're trying to pick a fight with somebody on the internet? Dude, are you there seriously that fucking lost right now? Why are you picking a fight? Because I'm a punk. What did I say to you that pissed you off? You're just a little bitch, remember? Oh, is that you can't, some name calling. Well, look at how you're acting like an ass. You want to be a donkey? I got dogs out here. They bite the heels of donkeys, remember? Careful, a donkey can take out a dog, though, remember? Remember? Know your role, shut your hole. I think we lost him. Right. I think it's a laugh that he wasn't trying to incite violence. He's just, that's funny. It's a riot. So, little boys toys. Maybe somebody threw him a bone. One little squeak toys. Oh. Oh. Hey, you know what, Riot? I'm calling Cash Patel on you. Oh man, that's good. Oh man, that was a good one. Hey, dude, I'm gonna live with that for. I'll be staying with that for the rest of my life. I'm calling Cash Patel, and he'd be there in 15 minutes. So. Hey, I'll come see you in Orange County. If you ever come up here, dig some fucking holes. I bet you I could work your goddamn ass into the ground, you little fucking puppy. I don't care if you're older or younger than me. You wouldn't make it a day on this farm, okay? And we use dogs here, you know. It's kind of our thing. So, hey, guys, I'm going to go on the internet and pick a fight with somebody I don't even fucking know. Why'd he call me a punk anyways? What was it that I said? Anyways, people don't like me. I don't even have to open my mouth and walk in the room. I piss people off. They have done it. We all kind of have a sense about us, brothers and sisters. Remember, this flesh is temporary. It's not permanent. Nothing's permanent. Forever never ends. Ouroboros. Remember? Time overlapping itself. You're here. Welcome to Revelation. So, Gemini, right? The twins, the book ends like a serpent with a forked tongue. The eye is the lamp of the body. Uh-oh. We got people saying something vain in here. Vile. Let's see what they're saying. I have a kind of a potty mouth, but if they're... Uh-oh, I don't know what that's other... What the hell does that mean supposed to mean? All right, let me get this person out of here. They're talking about eating waffles. Oh, hold on. Let me, no Waffle House here, buddy. Okay, moving on. Yes. Well, they're programmed. They're a demon, like a liar. That's what a demon means. It means a deceiver or distributor of fortunes. Actually, Satan is a deceiver, but that's the word demonion, not devil. But demon is you're right. People are lonely, and it is. It sucks. People, it's hard right now. They choke us out, make us pay feed us goddamn what we pay for home poisoning. So, yeah. So people get bored. I understand it. It's the internet. So that's why we just try to keep them in here. We just keep them out of here. Just don't want them in here. I don't want to see your Negro. Remember, white nigger, black nigger, brown nigger, red nigger, yellow nigger. Just stop it. You're an idiot. We're having a total human conversation in here, not aliens. So no balls. Play with your balls somewhere else. you know, this one time in ball camp. So I think I might need to put my birds up. Why am I hearing so much noise out there? Oh, it's the cows. Okay, my bad. I forgot the cows are out there. Damn it. Forgot the cows are. They're all right. They're where they're supposed to be. Yeah. Well, listen, demon. Most people don't even know our demon time. I'll just call you time. They don't know what the word demon is. A demon is a distributor of fortunes of lies. It's not, people, I don't define anything. So, and here you are, right? I won't normally give people a hard time just over the name, but just a little bit to kind of spice it up. And if they, freak out, it's just like, slow down, man. We're just defining things in here. Don't freak out, man. You're just an idiot. Remember, you lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Like a person knowledge, but you can't make them think. You got to think for themselves. So, but that's cool. Most people don't. The word is devil. It says devil in scripture, not demon. It was replaced. You say demonion or demon. Now they placed that with the scripture, like in Ephesians 6:11. He said, "Wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers." That earlier it said, "You be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." That's what your scripture says. Mine doesn't. Mine says demonion or demon, which was a distributor of fortunes or lies. We teach that in there. What this is. People thinking they believe in demons. They believe in demons. So word is they're telling lies. That's what a demon is. They're a liar. A Nephilim is a bully. It's not how people think Nephilim has something to do with giants. That's the word Anak or Anunnaki, and that's not Skywalker. There's no Anakin Skywalker. There's nothing in the sky. But they're going to trick everybody with, remember, Project Blue Beam, and they're going to pull it off probably before the end of this year. Just so you know, it looks like that. I don't pick dates, but they got to get rid of about how many people on those Deagle maps. So just pay attention. So that's what a demon is. We've all told lies. We've all been a demon. You know what I'm saying? We've all been a Nephilim because we've all bullied people with our own bullshit. I used to do that crap with people. Oh, well, you can bring people to Jesus and you'll get wings and all that. It's because I was just being sensational with the word. I was being a demon. I was being a liar. I was being a Nephilim. I was twisting God's word. I was being perverted. I was perverted his word. I was adding to it. I wasn't, remember? And here we define one word at a time. We make sure we understand the culture, the custom. Idiom is not, an idiot. There's a lot to this book. It takes a lot of study. And if you just study it one word at a time, these things start to come to life. He is the word. Imagine that. He's not a book. He's not some, building. He's not some temple. He's Holkadesh, spirit, ghost. People believe in ghosts. Remember, believe is not a thought in your head. It's an action word. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Oh, put the ghost slime creatures from outer space in the box. They're spinning on a box, brothers, sisters. I mean a ball. Well, I think dimension. Third rock, block, ball, dimension. So leave them alone. Remember, they're spinning. Already. Leave alone. If they're spinning, leave them alone. Don't you see? They're already out of their mind. Surrounding the body. Oh, they're red or blue. Oh, they're already out of their mind. If they pick like that, there's no color. There's no race. One race, the human race. Remember, there's no alien. Alien's a word. Aliens is two words. Alien dialect. Dialect is gloss of tongue. There's no such thing as speaking in tongues. All these things these people believe is not a thought in your head. It's a verb. It's an action word. You can't believe in Jesus. You can't believe in Bigfoot. You're telling me Anakin Skywalker had a threesome with Chewbacca and they had Wookiee with an Ewok and now we got big feet around. Where's that say that in the scripture? See, they're already spun. Get their big feet and let them do that. Let their fingers do the walking. Remember, believe is an action word. Reach out and touch somebody. Remember the yellow pages? Put you on the 411. Come on, my big guys. Where's my other big guy? There's another single guy. Careful there, buddy. You're going too fast, Turbo. Slow down, Mr. Pants. Slow down, Bubbo. You are going too fast, Bubbo. Oh, my goodness. All right, so. No. It's not Project Blue Beam. It's Project Blue Book. No such thing as Project Blue Beam. It's Project Blue Book. Project Blue Book is it's in 52. This is an operation, procedure of all this technology supposedly and all the gravitic and perpetual polarity and fallen angel Hitler got it's just NASA nonsense is what it is. It's top. Just look it up. Look up Project Blue Book because we're all the only ones in here. I correct people and not. You signing so much for you coming in here. I don't want to correct you because you type so much, I don't want to spell check you, because I don't like spelling police, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that to you, especially because you've typed more in this chat than anybody ever has ever typed. So thank you for always coming in and being the mirror there, so to speak. So, but it is Project Blue Book and it is, an operation, just go look at it. And it all leads to using this tech to kind of bring in this new monetary system and creating this deception. And it's all in there. And I'm saying they're doing this and they're not hiding it. This has been around for a long time. So what you're talking about is Operation Blue Beam, where people think that they use directed energy, which is part of this, but that's a different, came about in the 90s. This comes back from the 50s, and it's further back than that. This goes back thousands of years, okay, with these cycles that I'm telling you, but that they know that are coming. So they can ride the magnetic cycle, the gravitic cycle, the perpetual polarity of this. You're already in space, dumbass. The fuck would you need to go to space for? But all right, moving on. We don't do those models, remember, flat around. People are idiots. Cut off, remember? They're already spinning. Leave alone. So that word is perverted. If they're spinning, that means forward, twist, add, change, warp, twist. They're doing all of it. They're in the third rock block. That means they're locked in a block cage, right? Or a ball, playing with their balls. They think there's balls in the sky that are gods. That's just stupid, and everybody that believes that dumbass shit. Even Donald Trump knows that isn't true, but that's why he invented space force or space balls or force, space force. May the force be with you. I am your father. It's all right. Anakin Skywalker, remember, he had Wookiee with, Chewbacca that had a threesome. Now we got big feet, right? That's what it says in scripture. So you're going to have to just stop spinning on a ball, to understand. So there we go. Was the United States? There we go. There we go. Thank you so much. We'll just bring it front center here. So what this leads to. Wesley Clark's bad. It's the worst nation. 1,000+ military bases in 180 countries. People die on the streets of this country. You're one of these proud fucking Americans. Why everybody else kind of in this country knows why. No, outside this country, he doesn't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk. Fucking stupid ass Americans. So can't stand him. I told you I could stand up that other dumb fuck. What was his name? Riot. We'd stand him up a pole. Remember? So, whatever. So. All right. Hey, in fact, it's cold as hell. We got Rocket Man in here. Talk about dropping these things up. There's probably millions of aliens that live amongst you right now. They're not aliens. They're just fucking robots, you dumb fuck. They're sex dolls just walking around and they won't hit on you and you can't hit on them. Then they know to do what they're supposed to do. So, uh, and me, Charlie deserved its support for community. Charlie deserved it. No, Charlie was leaning a little bit too far to the right. He knew, like the elephant, right? He knew a little too much. And then, he ended up being an ass, like the donkey on the other side, leaning too far to the left. So don't lean too far to the right, unless you might end up leaning to the. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Nobody cares about Charlie Kirk outside of America. Charlie Kirked himself. EpiPen Island. Epstein didn't. He didn't Epstein himself. So, are you stupid American? Christ is a pain term. You say yes, you are. You're evil because most people go through the broad. Well, remember the Kill Bill Broadway wide that leads to the Pizza Gate, or White Gate. Remember, Kill Bill White Gates, Broadway Kill Bill White Gates that leads to the Pizza Gate. You support a PDF file? A man that supports PDF files? And is a Zionist pig puke just like his buddy Trump? All of them. And then he let the Biden. You know, as a snake before you let me in, and then they let the Biden. Remember? So, how many shooters have shot him? By the way, how many people have you seen shot him? I think 5 so far. Remember, there's 3 that shot Trump that day at his little earpiece, his little block. People walking around like. So, is that what you support? Christ? Christ, a pagan term. Satan? You mean Christ? Jesus Christ? The one birthed on December 25th? Satan? The one Trump has his house decorated with the son of Satan? So, remember, he supports the PDF file. So, do you support that? Look, we have a PDF file supporter, athletic supporter. Get out of your jock strap. Trying to hold your nuts up in here. You ain't going to carry your weight. Remember, our balls have already dropped in here. Not like New York on New Year's. Get it because of the time change. Time. All right, time for you to go. Time to go. What are you doing? I'm still here. Taking up my space. Get on my face, Bigfoot. All right, what do we got going here? Isn't that crazy? Though people are dying and they're literally on the streets of this country. We send all our money overseas to police everybody else. As the rich get richer, the wealth grows, the poor get poorer. And now they'll kick you off the streets for being poor and put you in a cage. It's illegal to be poor in America. It's illegal to be homeless. And it's illegal to have any kind of disability. Maybe a little PTSD because you went to war or you're just served this damn country. Just maybe you didn't even have to go to war to be a soldier, but I mean, you don't even have to be a military veteran to be a soldier. You be a soldier for God, but for Christ's sake, you'd take a damn near soldier just to fight through the everyday cost of fucking living in this country. Oh, they send all our money overseas, and we struggle here in this country. Gas is $4.39 a gallon where I'm at. The fuck is up with that? It's all control. Remember Wesley Clark? 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. President 4 plus 5 is 9. President 4 plus 7 is 11. The Gemini. No, you're not going out again. No, hell no. Hell no. You have been in and out. You are like having a wife coming here every 5 minutes asking me if your butt looks big in that dress. I don't have the right answer. Go away from me, please. There is no right answer. I know. Tango, go lay down, dude. Come up here. Get up here, you cute ball. Get up here. Get up here. He hears the coyotes. So I need to go out and let the chickens. I'm a farmer, so I got to do my farm duties here. Give me uno momento. Got to check the chickens, not choke the chickens. Give me uno momento, por favor. Mi pollo. I need to put the chickens to bed. Hold on. Why the chicken crossed the road? I don't care. I got butt nuggets every day, golden butt nuggets. I love you, puppy dogs. I know. They're trying to tell me to put the chickens up. They're doing their job. Dad, you're supposed to put the chickens up. Dad, you're supposed to put the chickens up. I'm going. Hold on. You boys are doing your job. I'm sorry, my puppy dogs. I'm not sorry for anything. I apologize. Hey, let's go ahead. It's easy, Mr. Fan.
Danny boy. For dinner up there, kitty boy. All kids do such a good job out here. Gotta have kittens on the farm, man. Gotta have kittens on the farm. They do such a good job. You ain't got no mices or no. You no stand no chance around here. So, yeah, no joking. You got that beef stroganoff going on here, choking the chicken, huh? Got a whole mess of them, so. Oh my goodness. So, the end of America. And so what are you going to call the country after America? American? You know what I'm talking about, Ryan. 1,000 cows, out in the field. Jerking the beef jerky. Oh. I thought it was beef stroganoff. Oh. Listen here, jerky. Are you turkey jerky or are you choking the chicken? So, I'm going to do the chicken dance here. Trying to make it till tomorrow, guys. I didn't get anything sold today. Yeah. 1,000 cows masturbating, beef jerky, beef stroganoff. I apologize. Listen here, Frank Rizzo. We're here with the hot mops up here on the roof. I'll get up there, forget it the way you just fire me off the roof there, eh? Oh, crap. What's going to happen tomorrow? They're going to set it for a damn hearing. They're going to set 2 court dates, but at least I'll be back in some kind of, I don't know. We'll see. One day at a time. I can't even hardly make it to this day. I can't breathe, man. I feel like George Floyd, but I'm not on fentanyl. I don't do fentanyl. I'm not a CIA operative. Has to be taken out and laid on the ground. A porn star. I'm not a porn star. George Floyd, the porn star. I can't breathe. Oh, man. Hold on. I got to put some of my, I made some. Oh, I better put that in there. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Make some vegetables there. Make carrots and potatoes and celery and what else I made there. Oh my goodness. That smells pretty good there. So I do believe again that if these Deagle maps come to pass, what does that say? Again, do your research on these Deagle maps. Who put out these Deagle maps? Where do these maps come from? Again, these were something came out in 2017. You know what I'm saying? Why does Venezuela's population go up and our population goes down here in America? Why do predominantly more Christian or Catholic or whitey? Kevin said that, not in a derogatory ways, just trying to, I know what he was meant. And what I'm finding out is these are all people who believe in Jesus. Jesus, holy Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Come on in, and he tells them, Jesus. Our Father, who art in the sky above our head, hallowed be thy Jesus, Jesus. Hallowed be, Jesus, thy name, Jesus. Thy kingdom, king. No, there's no kings, no king's ritual. So no kings, no kingdom come, no will be done. I'll do my pornea. Right? I'm doing the Lord's Prayer backwards, so I'll stop right there. We should do that one time. You guys, we need to do the Lord's Prayer backwards. You know what I'm saying? Come on down one day, fun day, Jesus. Come visit me, Jesus, in my sky, Daddy. Thy kingdom, Jesus, above my head. Jesus, my sky, Daddy, Jesus. My God loves everybody, Jesus. Come on in and celebrate every day. Crack a holiday. Come on in, haven't seen you, Ryan, since last pagan holiday. Satan is holiday, Hallows Weave, All Hallows Eve. And I know because I was last time, I hadn't seen you since your last birthday when we hung out with the kid, the pagan Satan, little heathenist swine. And we taught him all these pagan rituals. And we lied to him. Remember, we told him, hey, the little fat guy's coming down the chimney. And we doubled down like a splitting the deck of cards, like a blackjack game, aces, and double down. And you know what? We told him that big fat guy ate the cookies, huh? Yeah, like splitting the deck. You know you ate them damn cookies and you gave that kid them fortune's gifts. You liar. Hold on. Oh, no, the fat guy. He wasn't that. I apologize. He fit through the keyhole, right? He was in the keyhole. We don't have a chimney, so he came through the keyhole. He came under the crack in the door. Now listen here, crackhead. Uh-oh. Looks like we had a puppy one that dropped down on the ground. Or the bobbins. For tomorrow. A couple pairs. That'll be good for him. Be good for him. All right. Here. That's what I cooked all day. With taters and carrots and celery and I was going to put meat in there. I had some meat, but I decided not to do it earlier. So I'm going to eat a couple of these, but I think I might let that cool off for a minute. That was hotter than a humped up fox. Oh. The law is have no love. Go enslave yourself. For God, you shall be net and catch more than anyone holding a net. By faith, cast yours that net and be caught by it. What are you saying in there? Hey, you're a little watered down there. Just are you speaking of? A trop. What's called you tro? Tro, you're watered down. Yes, Kapusha say, man who stand on toilet is high on pot. Oh. Where my poor, oh, there it is. Yes. He says, man who go fishing in other man's well, bound to catch crabs. Down other man's well. Bring a whole new meaning to teach a man to fish, don't it? No, hold on. Oh man, those taters are fire. Good stuff.
My dog's on in already. Oh my goodness. I knocked that light down. Hold on, puppies. I'm coming in. You guys are like in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. All right, dude. This is getting a little old there, guys. I go back out till later tonight. I go down for hours. I could go out for a couple hours. You guys are running me ragged. I feel like I'm in a Catholic church up in this son of a gun. Dude, these dogs help me feel like I'm in a Catholic church. We got to say that now. These dogs make me feel like I'm in a Catholic church. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What is this freaking physical training for the military? Or is this some calisthenics jab? Oh, remember, Christ took the flesh to be with Father. Remember, Christ took the flesh to be with Father. So. Look at the day long, man. These things are freaking. I just put a little bit of beef bouillon on them and a little bit of garlic salt. That's it. And a little bit of pink salt. Oh, crunchy, that one. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Father, for the bounty. Thank you, Father, for the bounty. I always get so much. I just seek death. That's all. Father has me. Here I am. For your treasure awaits after you die. Surprise. Don't catch your pearls before swine. Remember? Those pearls, these are our treasure. Revelation 3:11. I come quickly, let no one take your crown. That's the inheritance. Got to have that crown to sit at the feet of Shiloh. Otherwise, you're going to have to face Father where one sin is death. We all been there, huh? Remember, nothing's changed. One sin is death, and add a jot, death. Add a tittle, death. Don't add pornea. At the end of the days, right? And well, we're there already, but we're the remnant. Your agape will be pornea. They'll be lovers of self. They'll go after the world and not the word. God is the word, not an alien. Alien is one word. Aliens is two words. Aliens. Two words. Aliens. I've never been abducted by an alien, but I've had sex with an illegal alien. Does that count? Ha, joke. That's how I grew up in California. That's what they called them. They were illegals. They were illegal aliens, but it wasn't a physical thing. It's a word. Father is the word. Hokadesh, without flesh from above. He said, not again. Daily. Be crucified. Daily suffer. Every day, Jesus. Every day, Christ. OCD. Are you OCD? Put OCD in the chat. Not excessive compulsive disorder. We call that attention to detail in the military. For Christ's sake. On Christ daily. Are you on the Jesus juice? Yeah, I'm on the Shiloh juice. Boy, I'm waiting. I'm at the here waiting for the. We're waiting. Remember a bride with Terry. Read the bride. Are you excited about the wedding? Remember, there's a prize. You don't have that crown set at the foot of Shiloh at that wedding. You'll not have your name called out in that book. You did it to yourself. You sent yourself to hell. Not by free will and not by luck, by pornea. Remember? Their agape will be pornea. Yeah. They hate me, Ross. They hated Christ. They hated Christ. Remember, they hung him from a tree, stabbed him. Does anybody want to stab you? Anybody want to hang you like you're some kind of, they're going to eat you or something? Like some Sex Pistol Jesus in the middle of the winter ritual of the sun god Satan myth. hang you? Does anybody want to put holes in you? You ever been thrown in jail? Well, then you're not Christ-like. He stood up. Remember, they hated him, threw him in jail, hung him from a tree, stabbed him, put a crown of thorns into his skull. Not these little TV thorn, little thistles, but thorns so thick. Oh, never mind. Ripped his beard out of his face. Hey, he said, follow after me. You getting your stripes? He earned his. You guys, I got to go, man. My phone's not charging. All right, love you, brother, sister. Gotta go. I didn't know my phone wasn't charging. Now it's low. So, thank you for the tithe. You don't have to tithe with monetary tithe. You can always just come here and put comments, put the scripture. Make sure you're not worshiping the other Jesus. We don't worship anything in this ministry. We don't celebrate anything. We're not on the laws of celebration. We're not on any physical rituals or laws. We don't do no Sabbath. We carry our cross daily, and we suffer because of that. And people don't want to hear that. They will just want to do this, sin all week, Jesus, and forgiven on Sunday. Beat your wife on Friday, ask for forgiveness. Well, maybe beat her again on Saturday and just ask forgiveness on Sunday. So I'll plug my phone back in. But I'll come on maybe before the end of the night. It's not that late. And we'll talk about, like I said, tomorrow, pretty big day, obviously. We'll see what happens. My life is in God's hands. There's nothing that no man is going to do me that Father has not already written. I am not bound by fate, or am I given to Caesar. But remember, I'm destined. They can't touch me. My day of death's already written. Nobody's going to do anything to me that Father hasn't already written. The only way that anything will happen to me is if I do it by self-will. So, okay? So, stay in the Word. Be not of the world. Father doesn't want us to love dirt. Don't worry about your eyes. Worry about Father. Father's the Word. Everything you see is of dirt. He doesn't want us to love dirt. He wants us to love the Word. So prepare for the, coming fake, bull crap before 2025. It shows most of these Christian-based nations, Catholics or whatever you want to call them, that they all disappear. Why? Or a big majority of them. Well, I think the robots are going to get them. Huh? Come back. We'll talk about it later if I come back on here. Seriously. It's all in the paperwork, brothers. It's called it's called Project Blue Book, not Operation Bluebeam. That's not what that is. So I've done some videos on this already, done some live streams on it. So make sure you stay in the Word, because you're going to get fooled by their electronic AI, antichrist, their little robot antichrist. They're going to have big and small, every shape, silver and gold. It's just part of what they're doing. It's just following the scriptures, brothers, sisters, on the 1945 seventh king being revealed as the eighth king. It's all in the Revelation 9:11. It's all this 9:23 ritual. It's all part of what I've done here in this ministry here, and I've been doing on YouTube for over a decade. So there's plenty of work. You can go back and look at the work here to show you where we're right at. Exactly. There's no guessing. There's no free will. There's no luck. I know exactly what's happening because I read the scripture. And I've got their playbook. It's called the Bible. That means book, but the playbook, if you will. So remember, there's 3 books. The book of judgments, no matter your faith, to all who pass through that book. Only those who love the Lord, right, follow his commandments, will have their names written in the book of, right, life, the Lamb's book of life. But remember, only those who fear, and he says, fear not who take your flesh. Only fear who can take your flesh and your soul. Only those who fear the Lord will have their name written in that book of remembrance. So it's pretty important. I don't know if that book means anything to you, but it means everything to me, just like that Lamb's book of life. We're all going to pass through that book of judgments, brothers and sisters. There's only one judgment. Dead people don't go to the sky. God's not in the sky. Focus and start reading one word at a time. Go see Jim Brown at Grace and Truth Ministries. Help you slow down so you can unlearn and then relearn. You need to kind of like erase all your bad teachings before you start even trying to take in any more words. Please. And, like I said, if not, he said, I can call out to the hearts to seek after me. Not one of them would. We're not doing it. So don't worry. Don't go there. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Fellowshipping. Don't have that light in a basket. We're all given a different measure. Please remember that too. Before I go, the measure that you pour out. If you go with some corporation and Christ stood up to the corporation, the halakha, the haggadah, if you're not standing up to this country, America, and its beast system, you're not Christ-like. I don't care how much scripture you can quote, who the hell you are. If you're not standing up to America
and you have not been crucified and suffered because of this beast system, thrown in jail, been literally cannot stand to a cop and at least try to assert your constitutional rights, then you're not Christ-like. You're fooling yourself. That's why get up tomorrow, if I don't hear from you again, and tell yourself everybody on this rock is evil. There's just a tiny fraction of people who are actually good. And then you might start to understand treating everybody the same. Just show them to the narrow way. You can't turn a goat into a sheep. It's not possible. It's settling. He already created all these things. You're not going to turn a goat into a sheep. Predestination. He knew who was going to take and pull from their flesh sin to his from above, not again, daily. And they're going to be crucified because they don't do the things of this world, and they suffer because of that. And if you're not suffering because you're not doing this beast system, which now has strangled all nations with their militaries and has gone out and enforced like a Gestapo behavior, and you're still paying W-2 tax dollars, then you're culpable and you are liable and you are an accessory to murder. You are a murderer by your tax dollar. And when Father judges you, your ignorance is not going to get you anywhere. One sin was death. He said, don't add to my book, not even a jot or a tittle. So you might want to go back and unlearn and relearn what you think you might know as Christ. You don't know Christ. You don't know Jesus. You don't know diddly. You know diddy's what you know. You know the man that dropped 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes, right? The man who paid for that baby oil at that big-ass Hollywood bath party. The guy that runs the island, Mr. PDF Pile, Donald PDF File Thump. Grow up, bro, sis. You're going to let these people play you left and right, but you already have been lobotomized, frontal lobotomized. Don't play these people's game. Go around the system. Evolve. Evolution doesn't mean you die or you grow a new leg. Evolution is extinction. Extinction is evolution. You just don't know anything about that, do you? Well, everything that's still here made it through the last 5 extinction cycles. Guess what? Welcome to the 6th extinction cycle. They ride these waves, cycles, celestial, debt cycles. You better wake up. They're about ready to reset this whole system and turn this into a blockchain, tokenized, digitally credit scored, communism. Yeah, socially credit scored. Oh, you'll get your UBI, but you ain't gonna live without robots in your life. They're already here, brothers, sisters. Thousands of them, millions of them amongst us. They'll just peel the skins off. They just want to go ahead and rip the veil off. Welcome to Revelation. It's in their book. Go read it. Operation Blue Book, Fake Alien Invasion coming to a country near you, because it has to be all countries under this covenant, all flesh. Remember? Black, white, brown, red, yellow, Jew, Gentile. Notice no aliens. Notice no blue, Canaanites. Oh, wait, we could say blue, right? Hold your breath for too long, brothers and sisters. I'll be back. Okay, listen here, Smurfette. I got Papa Smurf over in the back there holding his breath too. So don't hold your breath. Again, I'll be back. Yeah, I can't breathe. That's why they mocked you. Remember, Donald Trump started the coronavirus. He said Revelation is all about a crown and letting have nobody have that crown to sit at the feet of the Father, Shiloh, so that you can get your inheritance. He said in Revelation 3:11, I come quickly, let no one take your crown, like March 11th, where he started that crown virus, the corona. There's my 2 witnesses. Love you, brothers and sisters that are in the narrow way. This message is only for the bride. The rest of you, you're retarded and you have a blind eye, so it doesn't even matter. I can sit there and talk till I'm blue in the face. But I get her off my in the red. So if you want to support this ministry, I have a large bill tomorrow. It's $5,000, but I'm not worried if I have it or not. Father will provide no matter what happens tomorrow. So please come back when, I don't know, this live stream thing, the notifications all messed up, but come back when you have more time. Don't worry about apologize, man. I got to get out of this cabin, guys. There's still tear gas in here, and I need to, stop probably doing so much ministry and do more labor work out here. But I'm going to try to get to this date tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Thy kingdom come. That is the return of Shiloh. That is what this is all about. Thy will. That's a Father's, not yours. That's phileo. That's your will. That's not agape. Be done. Hallelujah. It's already written. Don't be anxious. Remember, you're not changing a damn thing in this world, brothers and sisters. Seriously, it's a settling thing. There's nothing you can do about it except for do his will or do your own. There is no anything else is lukewarm, and he'll vomit you from his mouth. I love this word so much. I love it more than anything in this world. I hope you love it as much as me, because I want to see you there on the other end of this, flesh. So if you want to support the ministry, come back, hit the thumbs up button. That helps just the algorithm. I really don't care who comes here or not. Father sends people here. I'm not changing anything. So you can support the ministry by sharing. I encourage you, get a hold of a lawsuit attorney. You got millions of dollars just sitting right in your hands right now, but none of you guys are going to take it. Father's will be done. It's right there. Take the SWAT raid. I already told you can do a whole video, a whole live stream, or a whole channel off of it, and make a living off that. People make a living off YouTube. I don't do that because I don't create that type. I don't do that. Remember, I don't monetize the channel. So other things, but anyways, but if not, like I said, there's links in the description if you want to support the channel to a monetary, way. Brother Jim brings in $1 million a year. I bring in about $100 every 2 months. I spend 21 hours a day in here sometimes, 2 jobs. So, but I'm not Brother Jim. I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying I'm trying to do what Father tells me like he is doing. Just spend your time and stay in faith and keep studying and stay in a study mode. And Father, like a bird not in worries what it's in the field, what it'll eat, and do not worry. They'll throw you in front of their magistrates and their council and their, their synagogues and men in their black robes. And don't worry what you shall say. You without counsel, I'll give you the answer. So he'll tell me what to say tomorrow, and Father will cover me no matter what's going to happen. Remember, no man's going to do to me that Father didn't already write. My hands, my death, my date, my flesh is in hands of Father. So thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Love you, brothers, sisters. Again, come back and see, we have some more time. That's all I require to be a part of this ministry. Good comments and time that you can't print and you can't make up, right? Well, you can try to make it up. I don't know how you're going to do that, but I took the time away from you. How are you going to get that back? So I'm kind of a time robber. Careful. So, been known to be a little long in the tooth. So, appreciate it, brothers and sisters. This ministry has kept me going, man. I don't know how to have done it in the last 15 months. So, all glory to the Most High, Shiloh, the one who's going to come back and redeem his bride. I'll see you again soon, hopefully. The Most High willing. Dude, I can't keep letting you out. Remember, we just a little unsettled. I know Dad's nerves are in. He feels the nerves, guys. He knows. He feels Dad's nerves. So these dogs know exactly. I'm so blessed to have these animals. Father, thank you for not taking these animals from me. All right, take care of my animals, guys. Better go. Pastor Revelation, please again come back. Revelation means to reveal. Come back for some more Aletheia. Apocalypse, same thing. Hopefully we can lift this lies off of what's going on and reveal exactly what they're doing, because they're doing it by the scripture. I got the playbook. They're doing it by the script. Christ didn't speak with marbles in his mouth. He spoke very clearly if you know how to define his words. So once again, go see Brother Jim at Grace and Truth Ministries. Unlearn and relearn. And I'll see you again on the next broadcast. We'll sow some more seeds here. Remember, he said the enemy came and sowed seeds while you're sleeping. Don't go to sleep before I come back here next time. I'm not saying don't go to bed. Just don't fall asleep in this world. Don't become drunk or sleep, slumber. Okay, don't be a sloth or lethargic. Have your loins girded in his service. Your prize awaits you, brothers and sisters. The kingdom of heaven is within. Look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Checking out on the prison bus. Whoa.